Welcome to Talk Around Riyadh, the Wheel of Time showcast. I am your host, Joe Perry, here with my co-hosts, Jen Isgro and Tom Kokoza. How you doing tonight, Jen?
I'm doing good. I wish we had something to talk about, but I guess we will figure it out as we go along. Just kidding. We have a ton to talk about, and I'm extremely excited about it.
Tom, are you as excited as Jen is?
I think I'm more excited if that's possible. I'm not sure. It's really close. Yeah, Joe, I'm really excited. We have Jen said we have a lot to talk about. We took a week off, so we have like 2 weeks of huge news to talk about that we're going to try and fit into one live stream. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, this is fresh off of WotCon, right? So it's been a busy week, to say the least, I would say, with, the draining of WotCon. So much fun. You have so much fun, you just have no energy left. It's like, yeah. It's very draining. That's all I'm going to say. And then on the way home, we're getting these A Stitch in Time posts, trying to piece together clips of the trailer. And then we get the trailer at 9:00 in the morning on Wednesday. We're going to get to that because, but we do have something else, obviously, to talk about. We have some news, just a little bit of news we're going to talk about. There was some casting news today. We're going to hold off on that till next week. Oh, we just got a subscription. Look at that. I forgot I put that in there.
Yes. Thank you, Daniel.
Daniel, let the trolls cheer for you.
I forgot that was there. Genuine surprise. We're going to talk about the casting news next week because there's so much other stuff to talk about today. But before we get into our other news and our trailer, welcome back to another edition of Where's What Origins. Nothing at WotCon. Nothing at San Diego Comic-Con. But who cares? We got a trailer. All right, let's talk about some news. I feel like we have to talk about this because this has kind of been dominating the industry headlines for the last week plus. SAG-AFTRA has gone on strike. That is, let's see if I can remember this, the Screen Actors Guild, an American Federation of Television and Radio Artists.
Woo!
Yeah. All right.
Good work.
They're on strike. There was a lot of confusion as to what that means for the Wheel of Time. Before I get into that, there is a link in the description of our notes. If you'd like to go support their assistance fund, you can go check that out. You can contribute to them. This is really for the to help pay for those who are out of work because they're on strike right now. And we're not talking about Leonardo DiCaprio and Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence. We're talking about the other actors who barely make any money. So go down there, check out that link, and donate if you can.
We're big fans of Law and Order on this show, as you know, if you listen for a while.
Yes.
This is the fan of this to pay for the guy who's like has 3 lines, in the second after the second commercial break or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you, Joe. Yeah, most actors don't make enough a year to afford insurance. Right. These are people out of work, and this fund is also going to help those people who are out of work because the actors and the writers are on strike. So it's also these funds are being used to assist people on set that aren't working because other people are on strike right now. So if you have the funds and you feel upset about any of the stuff that's happening, please feel free to contribute.
Yeah. So as I was saying, there was a lot of confusion as to what this means for the Wheel of Time, right? Another subscription. Thank you, Miss Sarah James. We had the pleasure of meeting Miss Sarah James again. We met Miss Sarah James at JordanCon last year, but we met Miss Sarah James again this year. Awesome person, awesome song parodies.
Yes.
Very true.
So again, I'm going to say this for a third time. There was a lot of confusion about what this means for the Wheel of Time. because we had heard up to, I think, as late as last week that the production was still going on. That was after the strike. So I think there was a lot of confusion because we're pretty sure some of the actors on the show are in SAG. So how would this affect them? I know Dragon Mount had put something out because they were going to halt all of their coverage of the show, but they since came back out. I think they reached out to the Wheel of Time television show to get some more information. What they confirmed was that Wheel of Time is not a struck show, so that's not technically a production that's stopped. Because I imagine it's a contract with another actors union somewhere, probably in Europe. But we know that the actors aren't supposed to be promoting the show, so going out and doing interviews, Comic-Cons, things like that. And they did cancel the San Diego Comic-Con panel once the strike went on. So I don't know. Do we think that the actors who are part of the Screen Actors Guild, they're probably not going to work, right? I'm assuming, even though they might be working under a different contract.
So I was actually reading about this earlier today, Joe. The Screen Actors Guild, SAG-AFTRA, is affording waivers to certain actors who are involved in productions that aren't underneath this contract. I don't know specifically which actors they are yet, and if any of the actors of the show fall into that bucket or not. But the show is not, is not a SAG-AFTRA contracted show, right? So there is a potential for those actors to stay in at work. I think the bigger concern, something that we've talked about before, at least on my end, is that the writers are also on strike.
Yes.
And the job of writing a television show does not end when it's weird to say, it doesn't end when the script is finished, right?
Mm-hmm.
Writers for television shows continue to work on set throughout to make tweaks, especially if there's problems with, locations, things of that nature. Something goes wrong, props aren't exactly what you need it to be. You need writers to continue to work with the actors, the director, and production to make sure that any changes that need to happen can happen. And while the writers are on strike, that will delay the end of filming season 3.
Yeah, all we could do is hope that the strikes end and everybody gets what they deserve. I'll put it that way.
Yeah,
I think that's a fair thing to say. And the strikes end relatively soon, so we can get back, because it's a real danger to the show. I mean, depending on how season 2 performs, now you're talking about a second delay. Like the release time between season 1 and 2 is 22 months or so. If that happens again, that could really hurt the show, and that could put the show in jeopardy of continuing. So we want to let it continue smoothly.
Yeah, we do.
We want to see the entire show. I don't even care if the next 5 seasons are crap. I need to see the entire show. We do have one other thing we wanted to talk about at WotCon. If you missed it, you can still go. You won't be able to see this though, but just to let people know, even though WotCon's over and you didn't make it, you can buy a virtual ticket and go back and watch the I don't know, 50 hours or whatever it is of content that was recorded there. You could see Michael Kramer and Kate Redding do a live reading from the Wheel of Time. You think the audiobooks are awesome? It's even more amazing when you're there in person, and you could just feel it in the room. Kate was doing Perrin, and it was, oh my God, amazing.
Yes.
And you have to see it, like the gestures and the expressions that they're doing. So yeah, go check that out. Go to WotCon.com, buy a virtual ticket, and go back and watch all of the awesome content. What we're going to talk about now, though, you cannot watch. So the Wheel of Time TV show did give us some little treats there. There was like a little hello video and then a Q&A with some of the cast members. And then there were some deleted scenes from season 1. We'll probably talk about those next week. But if we remember. So the Q&A, I want to get Jen, you and Tom, what were your first thoughts on some of the things that were said at the Q&A, if there's any particular things that struck you?
I took notes while it was going on. So Tom, did you have any particular person you kind of remember first that you liked?
Well, I mean, I liked them. I liked all of them. I will say this. the one that jumps that sticks with me the most in retrospect, it didn't at the time, was Marcus's answer, his little story, because I'm pretty sure the story that he told we see in the trailer. Okay. If you remember, he talks about how which I hope someone bet him to do this, that in every season he gives interviews about like, this is what happened when I rode a horse. Yeah. But he tells a story about how they were doing a lot of work in block 1 during episodes 1 and 2. And the horses were getting very tired as the day went on, and they had to do this one shot where they're from the waist up and they're trying to look cool as they ride, and the horses are bucking like crazy because they want to get done for the day. And I'm pretty sure that scene's in the trailer that he's talking about. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he specifically called out Guy Roberts, Greg Chillingarian, and Arnis Fedorovicius. Can they hire people with a little bit of shorter names, please? This is getting...
I think Guy Roberts is pretty good.
Chillingarian and Fedorovicius. I think I got it.
You could just say their first names.
Not easy. Yeah, I'm just our friends, Guy, Greg,
Arnis, and Guy.
You know who they are.
Guy, Greg, and Arnis.
By the way, that was the first time that somebody from the main cast mentioned those people, so I thought that was cool. They're really in the show, they really spent time together.
Oh, that's a good point, because they were those were never officially released, right? Were they?
I mean, no, I think Arnis, they had,
Guy was in season 1, so that doesn't count.
I think Arnis was, and I'm not sure if they were, but either way, it's just weird to be like, oh yeah, they spent time with other actors and talk about it. So that was cool.
One of the questions I do remember was to Kira, and it was talking about how Rafe had said, when he first saw her audition, that she is Elaine, and even now he says it just the way I guess she holds herself on the set. So somebody brought that up to her, and she seemed kind of flat. She seemed very flattered by it. Yeah. But yeah, she was pretty gracious in the way she received that. So. I don't remember specifically. What did she say? Jen, do you remember?
She said, she said Rafe said it first, but now she kind of thinks it too. She's happy to be Elaine. She said she gets her and she understands her. And she said that everyone kind of has that person in the wheel of time that they connect to because there's so many different characters. And she's also said she feels lucky to be playing Elaine. So I thought that was nice.
There was
just for the people.
Okay.
Sorry,
No, go ahead. No, you go.
I just want to. We didn't actually say this. So there were five members of the cast who responded to questions. Kira, Marcus, as we said, Rosamund, Yosha, and our new Matt. Right?
Yes, Donald.
So I thought that was pretty cool. And then obviously they filmed this before the strike, so they were able to do it and send it out to us. Yeah.
I think they filmed it during the press junket, that week or something, from what I understand. There was something Yosha was asked. I think he was asked about rereading the series because Yosha has finished the series, and he said, I was gonna say he responded something to the effect of there are neither beginnings nor endings to the turning of the wheel of time, which was I think everybody thought that was the perfect response for that question.
Yeah, and then the question itself was specifically you've read the whole series. How does that inform your work filming season 2 or season 3?
Yeah.
And he did say you can't, he knows where it's going and he knows where it is, but you can't play that whole story in the moment that you are. He's like, I have to be in season 1, I have to be a sheep herder. That's who I am. And I can't be playing something that I'm going to be later on. And the same thing for season 2. He's like, you have to play the story as the story progresses. It helps him, but it helps him more from a fan point of view, really, than I think an actorly point of view. You have to play the character in the moment the character lives. I thought that was cool.
Now that I think about it, I think that was one of the questions. I think that might have been a question I submitted to Yosha.
Oh, there you go.
No, it just hit me now. I was like, I think I remember asking that question when we were looking for a list of questions for them. So anything else out of the Q&A that you guys wanted to touch on before we move on to trailer talk?
I'll just say Rosamund made mention of the I can't remember the exact phrase, and Jen, I don't know if you have written down, but the strange, passionate nature of the fandom. And it seems like they really do have an understanding of the intensity and and the kind-heartedness of this fandom, and I thought that was really cool to kind of hear voiced by the cast.
Part of the quote was that she called us out there people.
Yes, it was
more to the sentence.
It was a pause.
Like
she
slightly
said,
out there people.
Yeah, she was just using adjectives, and then she paused and said slightly out there. I remember now. So Critter actually was live tweeting the Q&A. So if you want, go check out Critter's Twitter account. I could put a link to that up in there
Critter's
too. Critter's Twitter. Yeah, you can go see the live tweet that she posted. It was a pretty comprehensive what's it called? Post with everything in there. All right. So where do we start with the trailer? I've pulled a lot of shots. Jen and Tom demanded all these shots be pulled so we can share them with you and discuss them. I have the trailer itself. I'm not going to play the whole trailer because we'll probably get the live stream shut down. But I might show clips of it. But I do have a lot of stills. So Jen and Tom, what is the first thing you want to talk about? I guess I could say what was the biggest surprise to you in this trailer, and we'll try to jump to that shot and talk about it.
You want to go first?
Okay. Sure. So the biggest surprise for me, and I've talked about this a lot because I really feel like I didn't know where his storyline was going in this season, is at minute 103 in the trailer. And it shouldn't be a surprise, but it was. That's Matt and the dagger.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to switch over to this.
I think we've talked a lot about how, me personally, I don't remember what you guys said, but thought the dagger was like done. Like Fane might have it, but like as far as Matt and the dagger, that would be like over with. And now apparently, obviously it's not. I
didn't think it was. I was really rooting for it not to be over with. And I would understand if they did make it over with, like he's fully healed. But I mean, he could be fully healed and still have somewhat of an attachment to it, I guess, or at least like a mental attachment to it. I have another shot here too.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a pretty strong attachment to it still.
Yeah.
And like why is it in front of him? How does this situation come to be?
That's right.
Yeah, he's not happy about it.
So I have theories about, this is Matt. So we've got someone
probably take a shower and change his clothes. That might help. But
this, I'm pretty sure this is the White Tower. I'm like 99% sure. I was just looking at other shots of the White Tower and the architecture looks the same. I do have a theory that I want to talk, right? So we've got a shot of Liandrin, prowling the streets,
skulking around the nights.
Yeah. So I want to pull that up, right? We've got this shot here of Liandrin. So this is my theory, and this is probably not a very original theory, but I think the question was, where did the dagger go after Lan took it? I'm assuming now it's brought back to the tower. Liandrin gets the dagger.
No, Padden Fane has it.
Gives it to Padden Fane.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were skipping that part.
So I think this is her going to meet Padden Fane to give him the dagger. And I guess it's a flashback. I guess I don't know if it's a cold open or it's just like a genuine flashback.
With her little picnic basket.
With her picnic
to avoid
basket.
Suspicion.
With a dagger in the picnic, with an evil dagger in the picnic basket. I think she gives it to Fane.
Can't touch it, right?
No.
I believe it's picnic basket.
A picnic basket. I think that's what's going on. I could be 100% wrong. I'll get your thought. I'm going to put a poll up, but while I'm doing that, you guys discuss. What do you think?
Could be, yeah. I definitely think she's sneaking out to meet probably Fane. Someone nefarious. I mean, we see later. Can I just talk about other shots? Can I rope them into this conversation?
Yeah, you can rope them into the conversation.
When we see her, what?
Go ahead.
Like in front of the ring burning receptacle.
Oh,
yes.
It
looks like she may be getting rid of her ring, or I'm not sure. Thought maybe she was like burning. I don't know why she would burn her ring though. That wouldn't make any sense. What could she be doing there?
Yeah, that's this shot right here.
Because then it would be like.
So this is the architect.
Your ring, Landrin, unless she's on her way out and not coming back.
So this is the architecture that kind of looks like in the room Matt was in. like the way the arches are on the wall, and then
Mm-hmm.
the stone background. Yeah, what is she doing here? Is she taking her ring off and throwing it in there? Is this like her? I don't even know why she would do that. Even if she's leaving the tower at this point, like as spoiler
Like
alert,
for good.
well, spoiler alert for book 2.
Yeah. Too
for
late.
for Black Aja, right? This isn't her like, I'm done. I'm leaving the tower. I'm now revealing myself as the Black Aja, throwing the ring in there. She wouldn't do that. She would still keep her ring and pretend she's an Aes Sedai when she's out and about in different cities, right?
Right.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Could she be? I don't know. Like, we don't even have any indication that like she is going with them to Falm. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
No.
we haven't seen the whole thing, but there's nothing we've seen in the trailer that suggests that
She's
yet.
there. Yeah.
I think she's
So,
definitely there.
but
All right,
I
let's
will-
just say that we're spoiling at least up to book 3.
Well, I'll call it. If you're going to spoil anything else, we'll call
mean-
it out first. We'll call it out and just let
all
people
right,
know
all
we're going to
right.
spoil
Well,
stuff.
I'm going to say something that this is a pet theory of mine. And I think this can. I'm going to add fuel to it, I guess. Here, she is getting rid of not her ring, but I'm going to say Nynaeve's accepted ring,
I just thought that, but then like
because I do think even if she takes them there, I'm of the opinion that she goes back to the tower. Like I'm on the
well, she did go back in the book, right? And then gather everybody up, and then they left.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. She takes the ring away from her and just burns it so that
Nobody even knows that she's out there. She's gone.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
yeah,
I'm
I
a-
thought that too, but then I was trying to make that work.
I'm
in my
like,
head,
people are
and I
like, oh,
couldn't.
she's burning evidence. I was like, why would she sneak over to the ring chalice?
No, I think it has to be a
chamber?
ring that she's burning.
Right. Like
otherwise
she's
it
got to
doesn't
be
make any
burning. She's gonna be
sense.
melting a ring down.
Yeah.
Maybe she's contemplating melting her ring, and she doesn't.
Perhaps.
I'm going to end the poll. We've got 68% of the people think that Leandrin is bringing Fane the dagger in that shot.
Okay.
The people have
All right.
spoken.
They have
Yeah,
69% of them.
69%. It jumped.
69, dude.
30% said no, and I don't know where the other 1% went. All right. So that's my Leandrin. I think that's all I have to talk about with Leandrin, I think. But yeah, you're right. We didn't see anything. We didn't see any evidence that she's at Falm or at the location where Egwene and Elaine gets.
Like, I don't
ambushed.
feel like Surat's can't be on that really big thing
Oh yeah.
because it won't fit in the jungle where they are.
Oh,
She
like
can
in
only
the
use
book.
that for wide
Knock the trees
open
down.
spaces.
Yes.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that shot later.
We can go right to that shot. I
My
got
ziggurat.
lots of,
It's
All
coming
right.
through.
I'll talk about a different. Go ahead. I wanted to talk about that shot anyway. Go
I got
ahead.
lots of Seanchan shots here. I would say the Seanchan is probably the best part of this trailer, and the Seanchan are going to be fucking awesome. So this is the wide shot, Jen, you're talking about. I didn't realize till today when I was looking at it, this is literally the wide shot of the other close-up shot we get with, because Ishamael's there on there. You can see his shirt. I
What's
didn't
he
realize
doing?
that. And
It's crazy that he's just out with them and just like, what's he doing?
yeah, what's he doing
Building
here?
in there.
And then
Why?
and
Look at all
then
those people. Can we scroll down a little bit? And
so
right there, on
Perrin's
the bottom
there.
right.
Perrin sees
Wait.
a shaman. Okay, wait a sec. Perrin's here, right? Perrin sees a Ishamael, which is interesting. Like, did he have
Well, he doesn't
dreams?
know what his face looks like.
We never
That's right.
saw what he looked.
Okay, so he never saw him in his non-Burning Man
No.
face. We got Loyal
Burning
here,
Man.
down here on the floor, and then yes, Jen
Yeah.
over here. Is
Who
that
is that?
is that Uno?
Is it Uno?
That is Uno.
Oh.
Now there's no blood though.
So wait, but when I was on the Dusty Wheel, James Stark was saying that the attack with the Damani, with like the wind attack,
Night.
Yeah.
is at night. So if he's
Yes.
still laying there, it's not a good sign.
I got to start a poll.
But there's another shot that
I don't want it to be him. Maybe it's
there's
like
another
a
shot that
random-
we saw, right? I don't know if it was a still or if it was behind the scenes shot,
Hmm.
right? Where like Uno's like on his knees and they have his arms behind his head.
Yes,
And
you're
he's
right with that
facing
with the
it.
animal.
It's the end of the
That
BTS
could be like a
footage.
stand-in for an animal.
Maybe they change.
And that's during the day.
Well, they also have the other shot even later. I think it's like one of the last shots of the BTS footage of somebody like a Seanchan about to come down with an axe or a sword on, I think,
All right,
Uno.
zoom out. Do we see any other Seanchan in this picture at all?
Seanchan? There's tons of Shinarans?
Shinarans.
Yeah.
That's going to be confusing for people.
Seanchan.
Shinarans.
I don't.
I don't either. Where's like Ingtar, Masema, and...
I wonder if they escaped.
Right.
I think this is just like a random Shinaran soldier number 3 or something that's with them.
I will say, we do believe, right, that Uno is on the poster fighting alive.
Yeah.
I mean, that's so blurry and small. It could be anybody.
So
it could also be from a nighttime or daytime. I think that we've talked about this before, and I think that this also, like, Perrin just gets into a hell of a lot of fights in this season.
Yes.
Like, it looks like he's going to fight the Seanchan at night and lose. It looks like he's going to fight the Seanchan at the end. He's going to fight the White Cloaks. Yeah. There's a lot of different things that happen. I don't know the timeline of all of it. So is this early on?
This is
before.
This
late?
Well, we know that
5 is when Loyal is captured, right? Isn't that episode 5?
We know that shot, right? The shot of Ishi with Soroth and Jessica Boone's character, right? We know that the shot of them walking is, I think, episode 5, right?
That's what I'm saying. The one with Loyal in it. And
so this has got to be around the same. It's probably the same episode.
So
this could be episode 4 or 5, I would say.
Does Perrin? The question I have for the two of you, with that being that this is mid-season, right? 4 or 5. Does Perrin fight the White Cloaks and rescue Aviendha supposedly before or after this?
After.
I would say after. Yeah, I think so too.
I think he must escape from here. He escapes, meets up with Aiel, saves the Aiel, fights the White Cloaks, then gets Aviendha and whoever else to help him free Loyal. And that's when they come. But Masema also must escape or something, because at least Masema is with them.
He goes undercover as a Seanchan.
Right.
What I've heard is theorized. I'm throwing this out at you as a possibility there with potential Uno laying on the ground, not in a terribly alive pose, I would say. Leave it at that.
No blood. No blood.
But also, maybe he's making a snow angel.
Sand angel.
So I've heard theorized they're asked to swear the oaths. Then they'll be able to go on their way. And he refuses. And the rest of them don't. Uno refuses, gets that done to him, and the rest of them don't.
Yeah.
And that's where they're free to just go on their way, do whatever they want, and then
they take
get a loyal rescue party.
They take Loyal
because they let them go.
Well, no, this is what I'm theorizing. Okay, I'm gonna build on this a little bit, right? We don't see, like you said, the other Shinarans, so I'm assuming they got away. The other Shinarans, they escaped. Perrin swears the oaths because he doesn't really care. He's like, he has no choice at that point. He's like, yeah, I'll swear the oaths. They take Loyal because he's an Ogier, and they're like, ooh, an Ogier, that'll be fun. Let's bring him back to entertain us, tell us stories and whatnot. And then I guess I don't know what happens to Uno. Maybe they try to make Uno swear, like you said, and he gets either killed or I don't know.
This looks like they're just arriving in this shot, though, because everybody's kind of like the Damani are like, everyone's kind of bowing in the front, and everybody's down on one knee.
Well, they're all like,
this doesn't look.
They look like they were knocked over. People are like all kinds of twisted which way and that. Like people are on their side, on their backs, leaning forward.
They're not attacking them right now, though.
No, I think that happened already. I think there was a fight.
So this is
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because I think those are the same 3 Saldam that, well, we'll see 2 of those Saldam in some other shots. There's the Damana and Saldam.
I'm saying Surath just got here.
Yeah.
But the fight happened with the. There's no. I feel like there's no fight. The Damani just come in and kill everybody. Like I don't even know why they have soldiers for like a little village like this. Like. Well,
they know that there's people who can channel here on this side of the Arath Ocean.
They probably bring the Damani in, and then if somebody stands up to them, like they probably weren't expecting like the Shinarans to be there, and then. They just blow the hell out of them.
Yeah,
it's the same thing as Aes Sedai in their waters. You still need people to watch their backs. Somebody with a bow and arrow on one of those buildings can shoot the Damani from the back. before they even know about it. Question:
Yeah.
If the Dark One is up there on that little cigarette,
Little what?
does he just let Perrin go? He's just cool with that?
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like you're right. That's a good point. And I don't know. That could just be something that's in the show that's kind of stupid. Right? I mean, by the way, who's getting 300 vibes? It's Xerxes, right? Remember that big giant ziggurat that they carried in? That's exactly what I thought of when I saw
What are you
this.
guys calling it?
A ziggurat.
You're saying
I was
a
calling
cigarette?
I was calling it a palanquin.
I think that's what it really is. It just looks like
it's a ziggurat shaped palanquin. I'm going to close this poll here. Is Uno dead? 80% say no.
Oh, good.
Now, I don't know if that's
80% want him to not be dead.
yes. Yes. I think that's a little tainted.
I
right
voted
there.
no as well. So
Me too.
80% are voting with their hearts.
That's it. It's one of those votes. I can't, like, if I'm wrong, I'm happy, and if I'm right, I'm happy because I'm right.
All right. So you know what? Since we're on the Seanchan, let's keep it on the Seanchan. I've got some shots here I wanted to pull up of the Seanchan. We've got some Damane here about to knock the shit out of Perrin and the Shinarans. Now I want to before we go into that though. So this, as soon as I saw this Damane here on the one on the right, she looked very familiar. So I pulled up a shot from from season 1. And I want to see what... Oh, no, that's not it. Hold on. Okay, let me see if I can pull this up. All right, so you have that one. No, this isn't what I want. I'm sorry.
It's riveting.
That's not the shot I'm looking for. This is not the shot you are looking for. No.
Joe, while you're looking for a shot, Jen, you wanted to say something about the mouth.
I do. So we've been calling them golden pacifiers, but we actually learned something very recently from our friend over at the 22nd level on Instagram. So she posted a picture of the Damani with the gold things in their mouths and a quote. I'm not sure where the quote is from, but there's also a drawing of a slave from, like, a United States slave, obviously from the 1800s. Wearing something very similar with a strap that goes over the person's head and a collar, actually. And the quote says, troublemaking slaves were often placed in an iron muzzle. Slaves were often whipped and beaten, sometimes to death. Okay, well, that's all it says about the muzzle, but I'm just trying to see if it says anything else about the muzzle.
Yeah, it was basically for...
Oh, this is in the mid-1700s, somebody quoted. I had seen a black woman slave as I came through the house who was cooking the dinner, and the poor creature was cruelly loaded with various kinds of iron machines. She had one particularly on her head, which locked her mouth so fast that she could scarcely speak and could not eat or drink. I was much astonished and shocked at this contrivance, which I afterwards learned was called the iron muzzle. So basically, I thought it was cool that this actually came from history, and it wasn't just like a thing they decided to throw onto the show because it looked cool. It actually has historical reference to it. So
yeah, and it
was very interesting.
Aptly, it's American history, and Seanchan is kind of like an analog for America, so that makes perfect sense. So this is the other one. This is the season 1 Damane, and I think she looks almost exactly like that other Damane that we see. It could be the same one, so keep an eye out for that because I think it's the same one.
Okay. You know what? I didn't notice it when watching the first season, but in that picture you just had up, and in when we had the shots of the Stitch in Time shots with the Damani blowing up like Egwen and Elaine, in like if you look at their eyes, if you go back to the other picture, their eyes are like dead, and like there's just like there's no emotion at all to like what they're doing. They're not like fighting. They're not soldiers. You know, they're just like doing what they've been trained to do, and they're just like they don't care who they're hurting, you know, like I feel like you just see that in their eyes.
Yeah,
it's really like horrible in a good way.
It looks like they took some of the makeup off though, the face makeup.
Yeah.
For the Damani maybe, but the Soldames still have the black on or whatever that is, green on the bottom.
Yeah, the Soldame do.
Yeah.
So I wanted to pull up.
And do they have this girl doesn't have the forearm things, does she?
I think they. Oh no, she doesn't.
I don't see this.
No,
one
the
doesn't.
the Soldam have those.
Oh, and then they're okay.
The Soldam have.
But then
that's
it
the bracelet.
relates
It's
to
more
what the Damani. Right.
It's more like a bracer now instead of like a bracelet.
Right. But when the Damani channel, if you go and then you go back, keep flipping
You'll
shots,
see
Joe. You see like the channeling only is where the bracelet is, like coming out of them.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
So there's a shot of them actually channeling. And yeah, you notice that in all of the shots that the Damane, the weaves just like kind of swirl around their wrists, which I think, spoiler alert, is supposed to be hinting to people that the Soldam, the bracelets, though the braces on the Soldam are what they're using to channel. So it's coming out of their arms. But this to me is even more,
well, okay. This is a bit, I don't know what book spoiler this would be. Is it book 2? Oh, it is book 2. But the Soldame, that's the secret.
Yeah, it's in the end of the book, right?
Book 2, right?
Elaine
so
puts it on.
right.
Or Nynaeve.
That's even makes it even more obvious because it's like they're channeling. It's almost like their channeling is being transferred right to the Damani's like body almost in like the same spot.
This is a pretty cool shot. So this is them using, I guess, a force of air to knock down all those Shinarans.
Mm-hmm.
There's so there's Uno.
There's Uno.
I think that's Ingtar on the left, and you could see a bit of Massima's face there in the middle. The still I pulled.
There's another shot quick where you see Perrin get blown back as well.
Yeah, right after this is the shot of Perrin. So yeah,
they probably have like no idea what's coming because they never met a channeler that would do that for no reason when they just walked up to talk to them, and see what's going on. Yeah. That's why they're probably just like in a line like that,
Yeah. I mean, trying to piece this together with those day shots of the Seanchan, it's the same attack. There's no way that there's two separate battles with the Seanchan prior to Falm. So the attack must happen at night, and then it just goes into the morning, I guess.
Maybe they're holding them there till like Surath gets there or something.
Yeah,
because this night battle with the Seanchan, right? Doesn't Loyal get netted and dragged away from some of the other footage that we've seen?
But that's weird because then that doesn't fit with the shot that we saw prior with Loyal there.
Right. Or unless it's Jen's point of like, we're going to capture you all, and tomorrow you're going to talk to the boss.
Oh, okay. So maybe Loyal was captured this night, and then that shot is the next day, and they untie him or unnet
that'd
him.
Be weird, right? Why? Where are they going? They're still in the same village. So where would they be dragging him to?
Well, not dragging him, just subduing him.
No, but isn't there like a shot where? Well, maybe that's Perrin getting. I don't know. Somebody is getting dragged. I'm remembering that.
Perrin, I think. We thought that was Trollocs dragging him, though. But I wonder if that's like a Lopar or a Grolm or something. I don't know.
We'll find out.
Torm.
Or
a Corlm. Corlm is my favorite one to say. Every time I say that, I just think of Rick in Walking Dead. Coral, his son. Yeah. I don't know. I'm really interested to see how this all plays out because I'm really trying to fit it together. And I think the night and day, literally the night and day, is what's throwing us off.
Maybe this is like just before the sun starts to come up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It could be like not that much time,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. That
happens all the time on TV. Like there's a fight or something happens, it's dark out, and then like you go back like 5 seconds later, and all of a sudden it's daytime. Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, what time was it when they started, and like how long were they doing this for? All right. Anyone got something to call out here before I just pick something?
One at the beginning. 6 seconds in, it's a shot of the White Tower.
Oh, the White Tower. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Hold on, let me pull that up here.
Yeah, it's a big building. A lot of Aes Sedai in it.
All right, there, Norm Macdonald.
But that's not important right now. All right, so as you move forward, a little bit more here. Who's in the window?
Somebody in a blue dress in the window.
Right.
Are those people two down below?
They look like they're walking. Yeah.
It's probably just people walking. Jen, it looks like they put a ledge now, right? I mean, like
Wow,
a guard.
railing.
A railing,
Just
yeah.
up top.
Oh, yeah, look, Jen, up top. This is where there's no railing.
Who did this? This is poor design.
The Ogier.
It's like
Well, I
it
haven't
used to
have
be
a
at least
word with them.
in Vegas at the top penthouse floors. The glass wasn't like shatterproof because like if you have that much money, you're not going to kill yourself. It was just on the middle floors. You couldn't jump for it.
Okay, well that must have been where they were getting. Wait, go back up. I want to see it.
What
Please.
There.
The top murder floor.
There's the murder floor.
Okay.
I do feel like as this shot is going in, there's a focus on that lady in blue.
Is that
shot?
Is that who is that then? That's not Moiraine, right?
I don't know.
Or is this a flashback?
Is this a flashback? There's a scene later on.
We always put flashbacks.
Moiraine and Swan.
Sorry.
Smooching.
Which it looks like at the White Tower. That might not be at the White Tower though.
I think it is.
But there's something that indicates it could be.
They're both in blue.
Yeah, and they're younger.
And they look Swan especially looks younger. Their hair looks different.
You know, I don't think I pulled that shot.
That might be I don't know.
Look at the
I don't know what
architecture.
that is.
If someone doesn't die or kill themselves by jumping off of that ledge, it probably has to be somebody dying, because if somebody jumps, it's gonna be too like Game of Thrones.
But we're not. Are we doing? I mean, we're normally a full book spoiler show. Is that any different tonight?
No, just call it out just in case.
Does that happen?
Right,
I forgot.
so here's a spoiler.
I forgot.
For you. Like, that's a perfect spot for a Raken to just land on.
Oh, yeah,
yes.
Just take you out. Like that could be like in Jurassic World, where the Raken like throws the person and then like a big monster comes out of the water and eats her.
You cheer for that monster
just
again.
Just a random monster that we never see again.
No, it shows up at the end. The same monster shows up at the end.
No, I mean in this world.
Oh yes, in this, yeah.
Jurassic World.
Just so that he comes out of North Harbor. Yeah, maybe this is a lead into whatever that flashback scene is. Did anybody have a cold open, Jen, of Swan and Moiraine in the tower?
I could pull it up really quick. I don't think so.
This is what we're talking about, the Swan and Moiraine. Here we go.
No. We did not, no. Yeah, they're definitely younger. Look, Moraine's hair is longer, Swan's is shorter.
I mean, yeah, people
That's the White Tower. Look at the window.
Yeah, it is. People mention that she doesn't have the tattoos in her arms, but we also saw an error about that already. But yeah, she's wearing blue. So is this like before Moiraine leaves? Is this before Swan is Amyrlin?
Before she gets raised, yes.
This might be like congratulations. You're gonna get a promotion.
I feel a pull.
They look happy.
Or it's just them like sneaking around in the. Do they have to sneak around? Maybe they don't have to, right? At this point.
They have to.
Well, no, people don't know that they were ever together, right? Yeah. I don't know.
We always think they're flat. Remember that shot in the first trailer or first teaser of Moiraine going through we know now to be the Love Shack tearing grill.
That was Moiraine taking her, like becoming an Aes Sedai.
Yeah, that was her Aes Sedai test.
I mean, she was taking her vows and everything, or taking the oath. But
all right, I'm pulling it up there. I'm running it up the flagpole. Let's see what happens.
Salutes.
Okay.
So then, no thoughts though, or no.
Wait, so is that the dress? Can you go back one more second to the other one where they're kissing? Oh,
can't really tell.
You can see like a lighter spot in the front of her dress, but you can't. That actually looks like a robe. It doesn't even really look like. Maybe that's their pajamas.
It could be pajamas. Everything is blue, and it must be blue.
No, but like it looks like thinner than like a regular dress.
It's got a silky look to it.
Yeah, that could be pajamas. Look, Moraine's hair is like a little bit messy in the back. She could have like just woke up. Maybe Swan came in and told her that she's going to be Amyrlin, and then she jumps out of bed with her robe, and then they kiss.
So
nail that one down.
Who is so any picks for this blue dressed person in the White Tower in the window?
Gandalf.
Moiraine.
What is she doing? This is also part of the flashback.
The window.
But it's got to be part of a flashback because Moraine's not going back to the tower.
It's part of a flashback then.
All right.
Sure.
All right. Same flashback as the other shot we just showed.
Yes.
Same. All right.
Yes. After they make out and Swan leaves, she goes outside to think dramatically by the window.
Did you have
just to
maybe this is the beginning?
Maybe the
shot.
actual shot is coming backwards, but they reversed it for the trailer.
This could be the beginning. This could be the intro. You see somebody walking, and then it closes up into the room.
I'm gonna say just for giggles, that's Sherian.
Okay, she's blue.
Look, it's gonna be like her seeing a boat come into the harbor.
Okay.
And the boat has the girl.
Oh, so I have a thought about the jump in time. Can we go to everyone's favorite picture, which is, I'm gonna get you the timestamp, 46 seconds.
46 seconds. What's that picture?
Lanfear and Rand cuddling.
Okay, yeah, we've got a couple of Lanfear Rand pictures here. I want to pull them both up. All right. Let's see. Oh, you want the other one, right?
Not that one.
Let's see if there's an easier way to do this.
Cut.
Nope.
Oh boy.
There we go.
That one. Okay, so this picture to me.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry, Jen. I just want to close the poll that we put up since we're going to switch topics here. So is this a flashback from before Swan being Amerlin? Overwhelmingly, 100% people said yes.
Oh my God.
This is what we want. This is what we need.
Okay.
Do it. Let's do it. All right. Go ahead, Jen.
So the way they're hugging, this is going to sound weird, but they play to me like a couple that have been together a while. Like, this is not a hug that, like, he just saved her and she's hugging him and this is his reaction. So I'm wondering if there is like a 2-month time jump at the beginning, if they've been together for a while when we first see them.
Hot take.
I like that.
The way, like, think about how he reacted in the book when he first saw Celine, how beautiful she was. He was nervous, blah, blah, blah. This is like a couple that's hugging and they're so used to hugging that they just like fall into it, you know, like she puts her arm around him. He's got like no emotion on his face. It's just like this is what we do when we just hug like this.
I like the way you described that. This is what we do.
You know what,
hug like this.
No, like I'm thinking like when I hug Dan, like we're not.
I know what
it's
you're
just
saying.
like you just come together, and that's like what you do because you're a couple.
You've done this many times before.
Yes, this plays to me like they've been together a while when we see this shot.
So judging by the clothes, right? This is before, right? Because we'll see later shots of him dressed more fancily, and we assume that's after Cairhien or in Cairhien.
Right. Yeah. So this is like maybe like one of the first times we see them.
Well, there's an episode called Daughter of the Night, right? I imagine it's going to be possibly episode 2, I think we thought maybe, because we think the accepted test is episode 3. And that could be what might be or something like that.
But Daughter of the Night is probably the episode we find out who she really is. So 1 and 2 could be her. And then maybe at the end of maybe the cold open of Daughter of the Night could be the creaky. And we're like, what the hell is that? And then at the end of the episode, somehow or at some point, you find out Celine is this creature, Lanfear, the Forsaken.
The bloodshot.
I do love the fact that it's just like it's months later and they're together, and then you have to like find out who she is on the fly.
Yeah. It's like what?
I also love the fact, going back to that picture, that she's like cuddling into him, and like if you look at the like she kind of like grabs at his little satchel strap a little bit to like pull him in, and he's acting like, yes, I have to hug her now. Like,
I don't know. He seems to be enjoying it.
I don't know. I feel like,
and he seems very comfortable with it too. Like he
seems comfortable, but he also seems like first of all, her face looks, completely
they're there now.
But I feel like he's looking like, okay, she needs a hug. She always needs a hug.
I don't think so.
Should we go to the video?
I feel like him putting his chin on her head is a sign of non-intimacy.
All right, let's go to the video.
That's why I mean about like.
I agree with you, but I'm taking it a step further and saying like her goal is to ingratiate herself with him romantically. I don't think she ever succeeds in that fully.
Well, no, she doesn't, obviously, unless they change it
No,
from the
in
books.
the show, if you're saying that they're like, if you're saying Jen's theory is we're going to meet them, they're already going to be not necessarily romantically together, but be together when you first see them. I'm saying she's trying to get like that romantic hook in. I don't think that this shot shows me that it's working.
I don't know. I want to see his arm. I want to see his right arm. Is his right arm on her? We can't really tell.
I don't think we get.
Is he standing there like this, or is he like reciprocating? That's why it's.
I mean, the one arm's definitely like at his side,
right? Yeah.
Like she's doing the. You know, we can do this on video, right? Like she's
her hand is like on his ass. Her other hand,
yeah,
like
right.
grasping,
it's getting kind of
like
low
pulling
there.
him in, like.
And he's like,
it's touching the top,
okay,
top of his cheeks.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I think it's just like I think it might just be the shot. We'll see. You could be right, but I feel like it might just be the way he's standing. And
I mean, his hand could be on her ass too. It depends.
Yeah, right. Like he could have been like sad about something, and she's trying to comfort him, and he's just like in his thoughts, about it. Still.
Yeah,
he does get in his feelings a lot.
Yeah, sometimes.
You guys notice this little ring thing she's wearing?
Oh no, I didn't see that.
I did see that.
I
don't know.
What is
that something similar? It looks like it's
like spikes coming out of it.
Is that only over one finger? Oh, it is only over one finger, right?
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it looks like it's over the ring finger.
I can't tell.
I can't tell if there's another finger behind there. That's a long... Oh, no, you're right. No, I think it is 2 fingers because I was about to say she's got a very long ring finger, but that's, I think, her ring finger mixed in with her middle finger. It's kind of blurred together there. So Ishi has something like this as well.
Yeah.
He's got a 4-finger
But
ring.
I don't think you see his from the outside. I think you only see it from the inside, maybe. I don't remember. I think I have a shot of it somewhere.
No, he has like a bar across his fingers, doesn't he?
Yeah. Do you think this is something to do with Forsaken, or it's just like maybe it's like Age of Legends fashion?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's something like that. I mean, Ishi's ring is kind of like fancy brass knuckles.
Yeah. I didn't see anything like moon and stars or anything like that.
Her hair is like
black.
It's so perfect that I thought it was like a hood at first.
Now, Natasha O'Keeffe does have very dark hair. I don't remember if it's black hair, so I'm not sure if
I think this is probably a wig.
You think it's a wig, or she could have dyed her hair?
Perfect. I don't know. I mean, she's probably using the power, but there isn't like a flyaway to be seen.
In real life, she's using the one power.
No, it's a wig in real life, and in the show, she's using the one power on her hair.
Well, no, she has black hair. That's her natural hair color.
To make herself perfect at all times. That's what I'm saying.
You mean it's like a
perfect and beautiful, and
it's like it's a weave.
It's a
maybe
weave,
she's born with it. Maybe it's the one power.
Maybe it's Maybelline. We got this other shot too of Rand and Lanfear. This is a little spooning going on. Yeah, like what is okay? So what's in the background there on the left? Towards the bottom, those look like lights.
Oh.
So they could be out. Maybe they're outside a town or a village or a city or something. And then, what is going on here? That's Rand channeling, right? Or do you think this is?
I think it's him channeling.
Lanfear. I wonder if. Yeah, I think everyone's pretty confident that this is Rand channeling. Although,
it'd be weird if she was channeling and he's like standing there like that.
Well, I know. I thought maybe, compulsion or something, potentially.
Oh, well, that could be that.
You don't see too much of the taint in this shot, though. Whereas you do see it more in some of the other shots of Rand clearly channeling. But, I mean, it might just be because it's a dark background. So, like, the darkness on the darkness.
It usually starts and then the taint comes over it. So, this is early on in it.
Yeah.
I want to point out that this looks a hell of a lot like... when Logain channels in the beginning of episode 4 and like the black head comes over and like whispers to him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm assuming that I think they're going to do something equivalent. I don't think that there's going to be Portal Stone worlds for real in this show. But I think they're going to do something where like she's going to make him channel in order for them to get out of some sort of situation. and there's going to be that kind of like that Lanfear, think of the glory weirdness that she has all in book 2. But I think that there's another scene later on where he's standing over a vast emptiness of desert, and then there's the wheel scene and everything else. I think that they're going to be, I think it's going to be Tel'aran'rhiod, but I think that she's going to tell him they're like in an alternate dimension and that he has to channel to get out of it.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw this, I immediately thought of like it's her trying to get him to use the portal stone. Like I'm thinking of that scene.
Yeah.
So whether it's maybe it's a waygate instead of a portal stone, she's convincing him that he could open a waygate. I don't know, but that's the immediate vibes I got from this scene.
Yeah, I just and the reason it could be the portal stones, but like they don't do anything else in the books after the second book. I think it's just a weird thing to bring them in. It could be the Waygate instead, yeah.
So, all right. So, since we're talking about portal stones, I feel like I have to bring up this shot, because some people might argue that there's evidence of flicker happening. We get this shot, right? Did any of you think we were going to see a shot of Perrin with a little girl? The shot right after this is Perrin, and it's clearly the same scene. You could see the top of the girl's head in the next shot. What is this? Is this flicker?
I do not think it is flicker. I think this is part of the accepted test, but it's just like Nynaeve seeing everybody and what could have happened, if they had stayed there. That's what I think. I do not want it to be flicker. And I'm like the only person in the whole fandom that is okay with them not doing flicker, I think. But
let's poll it. Let's see what the viewers think. Yeah, this is hard. What else could this be if it's not flicker? I mean, I've heard Nynaeve's accepted test, right? It looks like she goes back to Emond's Field.
Mm-hmm. You heard that she just said that.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. He was typing the poll.
Oh, I'm sorry. I do that all the time.
Are you serious? I just said that a minute ago.
That's so funny. I had a conversation about this the other day at WotCon about doing this. Yeah. So is that what this is? Is this Nynaeve's accepted test, or is it something else? Is it a dream?
Could be a dream.
Could be a dream.
Oh.
But
yeah. I was just gonna say I kind of hope it's not the accepted test because it doesn't look like that scene ends well for the people of Emond's Field. So I don't know. But yeah, do you think this little girl looks like Layla? She kind of does. I don't know. She's
got the curly, like wavy hair like Layla did.
Yeah. Looking at her face, she kind of looks like her a little.
I really do like the accepted test thing. That like, I like if Nynaeve is still of the mindset that if only Moiraine had never come, everything would be fine.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd all be happy, and like we could have just moved on from that. And this whole thing ends with you can't escape your destiny kind of a thing. Like the Trollocs will still come for the Two Rivers, whatever. Like, I think that's awesome. And I think that's a good lesson for her to learn.
Yeah. Well, since you mentioned the accepted test, I feel like we should probably pull up some shots of the accepted test, or at least
great.
I mean, I could go back and show a lot more of it. I only pulled a few shots here. So, we pulled the bloody shots. So this is, so I want to say this shot has to be
after
this shot.
Yeah, right,
so first of all, this is an amazing shot. I love the shot.
It's great.
So this is clearly Nynaeve coming out of one of the arches from her accepted test. She's got blood on her. Then I guess we go back to her.
Yeah.
Right. So is this the bramble stuck in her hand, the thorn in her hand that happens in the books, the accepted test, right? She comes out with it still stuck in there.
I think
Not
she's just
supposed to
looking
happen.
at the blood on her hands.
But where's the blood from? Nothing should be coming out with her.
Oh, well.
Right. I guess they took it to a much higher extreme. But yeah, I think that's what this is.
And then I got a shot here. This looks like there's something in her hand in this shot. This is terribly blurry, but there's.
I don't know.
It looks like there's something in her
through
hand.
her hand.
I mean, that's what it could be. It could be like a big thorn or a big spike or something through her hand, and that's where the blood comes from.
Well, I think that it's probably somebody else's blood too on her. I don't think that's all her blood.
What?
Right?
But
I mean,
I don't think that can
It's
happen.
coming from
though.
like her midsection.
it might be able to happen on the show
Yeah.
for visual impact.
Yeah. As long
As long as
The kid's bloody hands.
like don't say anything about it not being able to happen, and like it can happen. Like that's not a big deal to me. I don't know. All right, end the poll.
Ending the poll. I was just about to do that. Ending the poll. 60% say it's not flicker, Perrin and the girl.
Okay.
Interesting.
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 I love the fact that like she's so awesome. She breaks this thing.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't mind. All right, Jen, you said that could be somebody else's blood. I'm okay with that as long as they make the point that like these things shouldn't be happening. I think I'm okay with all of that.
I know they could just have her like force her way back on the last one. Oh no, that's what Egwen does, right?
No, it's her. She wills it to come back after.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. She breaks it first, and then at the end she fails, and then she goes no, F it, and she just forces the doorway to come back.
I've got some other Nynaeve shots too. We might as well just look at this shot right here because this is pretty badass.
Sure, why not?
I'm gonna go switch over to the video. All right, Trollocs, everyone.
There's a Trolloc.
Trolloc alert.
That looks like a robot Trolloc.
Yeah, that's the one that looks like totally CGI.
I mean, yeah, you probably don't even see it like at all in this detail. I didn't even notice it. So.
Oh, Nynaeve. So this is her in Emmons Field or the Two Rivers, right? So this has got to be part of her test.
Yeah.
That's some pretty cool.
Yeah.
She's just still screaming.
Nothing good happens there.
I don't know. That's just. Oh, then it pans into this shot of riders, which is kind of cool. Mixture in there. So we do see Nynaeve go back to the Two Rivers. This could be part and parcel with the Perrin and the little girl shot. I don't know, or at least one of the pieces of her accepted test.
Is that the Rand Egwen house from the end of from episode 8?
Oh, it's hard to tell. All those Two Rivers houses look alike to me.
Housist.
There you go. There's a shot, a different shot of it.
That's helpful.
All buildings look alike to me. I love the shot though.
Oh, bring up the shot. I don't even know if I put this on there of her like with the 3 Aes Sedai behind her. Do you have that one?
Oh, I don't think I do, but we can find it. Let's talk about something else, and I'll look for it. I got something. I got something I want to bring up. Oh yeah, this is one of the most surprising things I found in the trailer.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say first.
Rand and Logain, what is going on here?
I yelled out loud when I saw that.
And I love how Logain's having a bowl of cornflakes. Breakfast with the dragon. What's going on here?
Is this at the tower? Or is this
what I first thought was like, why is Rand back at the tower? But Tom, you have other thoughts.
Yeah, I think this is Cairhien. I think this is similar. We can look at it to compare, but this is a similar outfit to what he's wearing when he does cat crosses the courtyard later. Okay. So I think Swan brings Logain with her to meet him to act as an example of what could happen if you make the wrong steps, whatever it happens to be. I've been on this train for a little while. I want Swan to consistently make desperate, short-sighted moves to kind of like make more sense for other people to buy in that she shouldn't be the Amerlin anymore. and doing stuff like, yeah, I'm going to take this guy who raised an army and tried to overthrow a kingdom out of his prison and just with me. It's
He's
cool.
no
Don't worry
threat.
about it. It's
He
fine.
doesn't even take his pajamas off. He's so depressed he can't even
He
change out of his
is-
robe.
I
Look at
love
him.
this robe. I
Look at
love
him.
this robe.
People
I
were
want this robe.
so I thought it was hysterical.
Amazon, sell me this robe.
I thought it was hysterical. Somebody had posted this picture, and or I think it might have just been Logain and made a reference to the Big Lebowski. So I had
Oh,
I had to
man.
meme it and just put it under there. It really tied the room together. that's what he's saying to Rand. Capture this video. Capture this picture.
But yeah, when Logain just like shivers, has like that small shiver after he says like, I want to know how to control it. I was like, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't see it until like my third or fourth rewatch of the trailer, but it's so good.
So
It's like, don't even like, you can't even talk to him about it.
So I agree with you. I think the Amerlin's parading him around, but I think that's just pretense to go see Moiraine. I probably right.
Mm-hmm.
Because they do that in the books. They parade him around.
They do.
On their way back to the White Tower. We don't see them. You know, this could be the Camelin scene kind of. But what I wanted to say about this was. Do you think this is before or after Rand meets with Swan?
After.
Right, we have shots of him meeting with
After.
Swan.
Say after.
Yeah, and follow-up question: are we going to get any? Is like Logain going to try to teach Rand how to channel a little bit, or give him some
I
advice?
don't know.
I think he might tell him something about like you have to control something about like the nature of Sidene and how you have to wrestle with it and make it bend it to your will.
Mhm.
Or he might just give him a scare story about like what the taint does to you. I think either of those things will be useful to have somebody like directly express, because I do believe you're going to get a lot of context for how Sidar works in this season, especially in the early episodes in the tower. I think the girls are going to learn about embracing the source and the flower and open it up and the river and let it flow and la la la. And this is going to be like, no, man, it's like rushing lava. You have to just catch on and you have to wrestle it to the ground and make it do what you want. And I think it would be helpful to have somebody other than Rand express what the nature of channeling is for men. So I don't think he's going to be like, yeah, and then you add an extra weave of fire, and that's how you make lightning. I don't think he's going to give him that level of
his recipe book.
Right. Because I don't think Logain knows how to chat. I think Logain just does stuff.
Yeah, he's self-taught, right? So
Yeah.
he doesn't even know.
When they shoot arrows at you, put air up. It usually stops the arrows.
Yeah, so there's those other shots too that you referenced, Tom, like the cat crosses the courtyard shots, right?
Oh, the best.
Rand strutting down the hallway. He's wearing the same outfit, so this is the same place. We're pretty sure this is Cairhien. I think Kikiri might have confirmed that some of this is shot on the back lot at the studio.
I love how this season we can see people in different outfits to know what part of the show it is. Like they were wearing the same clothes the entire first season.
Yeah.
Well, Matt, it changed a little bit in the first episode.
A little.
We got Rand, I think, in 3 distinct outfits in this season. So we've got beginning Rand.
And then shirtless Rand.
This is middle Rand.
He's got that awesome knitted jacket in the Celine scene.
Right. The Cairhien
this
jacket.
one. He's got the Cairhien black jacket
with the white
in the
his
desert,
white shirt.
and then he's got his I'm going to fuck shit up outfit at the end.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
wow. That's his like
So 4 outfits.
Sand colored outfit. That's like his.
That's it.
This is camouflage.
His camouflage.
But I just want to say, like, I want to take a moment to just talk about how when I first read Cat crosses the courtyard as like he's going to meet the Amerlin, and like it was such a great, clear description in the books. I knew exactly what it looked like. And again, you could have not had Swan in this trailer. Like,
Mhm.
I knew what he was doing when I saw him walk down this hallway.
Mhm.
It's exact. Like, I think it's such a great bit of physical acting in cinematography.
Yeah. Yeah.
So were you zooming in on those things or the person?
I was zooming in on the
wall?
person, wondering if
I
this
don't know
could be
who that
anybody.
What? Somebody said, I don't know if I just read it in chat that this looks like it's a hospital or something. Like, what are those things?
What, these? Oh, these
Like
over
all
here on
those
the left?
like what is?
It's just doors. I don't know.
I could see how it looks like I don't know what those things are, but it does remind me of like hospital rooms. Lined up next to each other.
Is this Rand on his way to see the Amerlin?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah. I don't know who that person is though, because Leane doesn't wear blue.
And it doesn't look anything like her.
It doesn't, but I thought like it would make sense for her to be there.
That could be Swan's water. I don't know who
Oh,
looks like a blue dress, doesn't it?
It does look like a dress.
It looks like it could be a cape or a cloak.
Yeah. And it could be pants with a cloak on. It's a water
cloak. A very broad-shouldered person, I feel.
Yeah. You're right. That could be Ulrich. We never met Ulrich, but I don't know. So we get this shot of Rand. This is an amazing shot as well. Just the lighting in here.
Yeah.
They bring.
She makes him come at the exact time where the sun's like burning into his eyes, and
he's just waiting outside.
Okay,
her water's like, her water's like, wait a minute. Okay, you can go.
Okay, go.
I love how they not only do they bring the actual like seat around, but the whole back part of it.
That's
like,
all part of it.
That's insane, and
it's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
I feel like she should just keep one in every city in like the basement, and then if she ever goes there, they could like pull it out of the storeroom.
They rent the storage space.
That seems more practical than this.
No. It seems more practical that you don't bring the Amerlin seat around with you.
Well, where is she going to sit
the most
on? A
powerful
folding
woman
chair?
in the world.
They never mention that this happens in the books,
throne.
but she would sit wherever the highest honored guest in a court would sit. Not the king or the queen.
I don't even know what this room is. It's like an empty room.
It's a pretty nice looking room. It's got nice round windows. Look at the floor.
It's perfect.
I love it. The star, and I don't know. There's nothing in here that is any indication of Cairhien, except maybe the window and the back.
It's a six-pointed star. What does that mean? That's something.
I don't know.
Star of David, but I don't know what that means for the show. I do feel like around that is a sunburst pattern.
There is, and on the wall there's that circular window that kind of looks like a sun.
What are you looking at? What's on the left?
On his left, there's that window.
That's a mirror, isn't it?
There's
nothing coming in.
It looks
I think
like
that's a mirror.
I thought it was a window. It looks like it's got a screen on it. Like it's got the spokes and then a screen.
I don't think there's any screens on windows.
That's a mirror.
Not a screen, like a grating. See?
That's not a window. Oh. No, there's a sun. That's a sun, rising sun on it. I don't think that's a window. It looks like a basement window in like the city where the top half is like something.
Maybe it's frosted glass.
Yeah, but
I think Jen's right.
It does have a rising sun on it. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That was my point. That's the only thing I saw.
Okay, but I still don't think it's a window.
Oh, look, I didn't even realize that. Above did above the Amerlin have that in the first season?
I'm telling you, that's the Cairhien Amerlin seat. So every Amerlin seat is specified to the city that she's in.
Was this in the first season when we saw the Amerlin seat?
I don't remember.
There was no rising sun or Cairhien on it.
So is this
somebody look back?
So maybe this is the backing that's normally there, and then this is just that she just brought the seat.
Maybe all the thrones in Randland look like this.
Well, no,
maybe.
Oh,
I mean,
she's just like,
it's just the sun.
King Galadriel, get the hell out of here.
Do you think? So do you think this is
your throne room?
Do you think this is the throne room at Cairhien?
Yeah, like right up close.
She has them. They have them move out the actual throne so she can bring hers in.
Get it out.
I don't know.
Because this backing piece, this has to be from Cairhien. It's got the sun up top, and then look at the windows too. It
has like Japanese style on the sides, right?
Yeah.
That's at the top of that looks like.
Well, Japanese. Yeah, so Cairhien is like kind of like a mixture of French and Japanese culture.
There you go.
Yep. But look at the windows too. The windows have the same pattern as this, and it's the same thing as here as well.
So she just brings the bench in.
So the bench is the only thing that comes in. This is already here. Now that's why I'm wondering if it's the king's is this like the throne room and they just move the throne? I want to see like people
It could
carrying
just
the
be
throne.
like
up.
another seat, like another room, not the throne room, but like another, like a sitting room or like a viewing room or whatever.
Yeah.
For the king has like. But like this is definitely this looks like I'm going to sit here, you're going to stand there, and you're going to hear what I have to say room.
Yeah.
So I know that just briefly on that, we don't have to go into the whole thing, but like there were people for some reason who didn't understand that Rosamund Pike is a huge star, and Yosha Shudasky has been in the first season of this show, and we're complaining that she was in the middle of the poster for season 2. I don't know how anyone could watch the trailer for season 2 and not understand that Rand is going to be one of the main characters on this show. He's told he is the force that drives the wheel of time.
I don't know who made this, but somebody did a meme with the poster at San Diego Comic-Con with that huge poster on the Marriott. Yes. And then in front of it is like a drawn fence and it says "Welcome to Bearlawn." Like the big Moiraine stuffing over the wall. It's really funny.
That's actually very clever.
Yeah.
All right, we've got a shot here of Rand in his fancy Cairhien coat. Barefoot? Right? He looks like he's barefoot to me.
Is this the same desert as the
Nope. Sorry.
The wheel scene? Maybe he's just like
this.
Yeah, like I don't know. And we were trying to figure out what the heck that thing in front of him is.
I think it's the same scene.
I do too. I think all of this is going to be like
in cuts.
He's stuck here and he has to figure out how he's going to get back. And Celine's like, you need to channel.
The pants look the same. He's wearing the dark pants.
I mean, he has a jacket in the other scene.
Well, yeah.
Here he's got abs.
But we all know it's mentioned many times in the series that in Teleran Riyadh, people who don't have good control of it, their clothes change very easily.
Maybe he sees Celine and all of a sudden his shirt disappears.
She strips him down with her mind.
No, or he's stripping himself down.
I mean, the setting.
Like Nynaeve always wears like the very cleavagey dresses when she thinks of Lan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, later on. It looks like the same landscape for sure. Yeah. So I think this is the same scene. I think it's all a dream scene, right? It's got to be a dream sequence. Who's this?
I think so,
what is going on?
What is that?
Is that someone sitting on a throne?
I think that's a stylized moon on top. I think this is a Selene throne. This is a Lanfear throne.
I think so too.
Well, I don't see how that's a throne.
Lanfear, not Selene.
There's another shot in the BTS footage.
Is the chair, and then the black thing is some.
The black thing is like over the throne as like a symbol, much like Cairhien has the rising sun. Yeah. She has this moon. That's what I think this is.
I think in
the timestamp for this for people who are listening to us and not watching us.
Saying timestamps at all.
Sorry, this is Rand on the wheel. You're right about that. I don't have the timestamp here. I can't find it because I didn't.
I mean, whatever. The trailer's a minute and 50 seconds, so that you guys figure it out. But
yeah, it's the Rand on the wheel shot we're looking at, and then we're also looking at the shot of Rand standing back to the camera with his fancy Cairhien coat on, looking out at like a desert landscape. I think those are the same. I was trying to find the BTS footage where you actually see.
You see this being filmed.
You see this, you see this being filmed. Hold on, let me see if I could find it here. Yeah, I've got it right here. Give me a sec, though. We're gonna have to go through the BTS. Let's see. Okay.
Walking on the beach and the BTS, and there's smoke.
No, it's a different shot, right? It's a far shot.
It's just a still shot, Joe. It wasn't from the BTS footage. It's a still, I think.
Are you sure?
The one you're talking about where you see someone walking up?
Yeah.
It wasn't in this. It was, I think. Unless it's a different shot from here, but I thought it was a still that we saw.
You might be right.
Oh, there's the dragging stuff.
Yeah, I don't have it. Sorry, everyone. I thought I had it somewhere else. Sorry to disappoint. Yeah, so I think this is so. Since we're on Rand shots, I think I got most of the Rand shots I did want to talk about or that we posted. There is this one though that I think we should definitely talk about here. It's Rand and Moiraine.
Yeah.
Now, something I didn't get to watch much of the Dusty Wheel because I had work on Wednesday and I had like meetings all day. But I did catch a part where they were watching this and they had the closed captioning on, and there's a voice that says "kill them all" when this scene happens, when the shot happens.
Yeah. It actually starts the image before this and goes to the image after it.
Yeah, it's very close. But all right, so what's going? Well, besides Rand choking Moiraine, he's got blood on him. Look at his knuckles.
Yeah, he's got blood on and his neck.
On his neck.
His hands are just dirty.
No, his knuckles are bruised. Look at his knuckles. They're all swollen and purple. And he's got like a cut over here on his hand or something. And then he's got blood all over his neck. Oops, sorry. Where did I go? There we go. Sorry. What is going on here? And he's in his outfit, which this looks like his early outfit, maybe? I can't really tell what outfit he's in right now to place it.
So I've heard a couple of things. I've seen a couple of things that I want to bring forth. Someone to ask, where the hell is Lan right now?
Yeah.
How is he letting her? But I will say there is a scene later in this trailer or earlier in this trailer where Lan tells her, you can't do this on your own. And maybe this is what happens when you try. You get almost murdered by somebody. I think I think it's very possible that this is a book 3 Rand moment where he has been dealing with like dreams of Ishti and all the rest of this stuff, and he's like fighting people off, and then she comes in for real, and he still thinks this is like the Forsaken fucking with him.
Do you think this is like the first when she first finds him in Cairhien?
Yes.
Like the first
and
time
he
she
doesn't
walks
think it's
in.
really her.
Oh, yeah. Like or why are you following me type thing.
Or are you or is this like
right.
am I still dreaming?
Right. Remember, I think it's book 3, right? When Egwen sees him and he sees her and gets mad because he thinks that he's like, oh, you're using her face, and then he tries to kill her.
Yeah. And there's also like he has already seen Moiraine in a dream in season 1 and like in episode 8 when she gets like killed in the dream.
The old wake up with but you're still in a dream.
The sword coming through her mouth or whatever it was.
What's the over under on wake ups starting a scene?
1 in every episode at least.
Yeah.
There was one episode. Episode 2, I think, had like 3 of them in a matter of like 10 minutes.
I think that was just to like show us that they were all having dreams.
It's a lot of sleeping going on.
Yeah.
It's hard life on the road.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of waking up.
Yeah, I mean, clearly Moiraine can't channel still, I'm assuming, right? In this scene,
now,
at least.
Do you think his hands look like this because of the other scene that you were flipping into before where he's channeling fire?
Yeah, I read that too. Somebody was...
It looks like he's wearing the same outfit.
It looks like he wakes up and he's just channeling and he didn't know.
So look at the...
His hands are all bruised because he has to like actually put
the fire out. Yeah. Before he burns the place down.
So look at the actually look at the back at the windows. Does that look familiar to anybody here?
Yes,
this is his cool place to hang out. Min's there sometimes. She's there sometimes.
Yeah.
So I have a shot that I made last time. Here, this is from the teasers, all the footage from the teasers we have, right? We have Min, same slatted windows. We have Rand, the slatted windows, and we have Ishii with the slatted windows.
Yep.
That definitely looks like the same shot as we get here with the slatted windows.
Yeah.
So, is Min in Cairhien?
Min is such a wild card. Because we know she has Ant's cast, so I assume she's going to be in Tar Valon, unless it's a flashback. I don't know. Oh, who was saying something about that scene with Egwen? and that's when it looks like she's talking to Elaine, but
Oh
she might be
yeah.
talking
Well,
to
you're
somebody
jumping to a
else.
whole news topic, huh?
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, we went to Min.
Oh, because you want to talk a little bit more about Min. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Do we think this is Cairhien though, or is this something else?
I think it's Cairhien.
I think it's
because I
Cairhien.
think that's where Moiraine finds him and stuff happens in Cairhien.
All right, let's
But
poll.
do you think that he
This
meets
is the foregate. He's like
Swan
chilling out in the foregate.
before Moiraine finds him?
Wait,
Or
what?
does Rand meet with Swan and Logain before Moiraine finds him, or does Moiraine there and also meet with Swan? Yes?
I think Moiraine first, gussy him up for Cairhien and nobility.
Okay.
Swan shows up.
Okay.
So I think this could be episode 3 or 4.
Because do you think that Lanfear stays with him until Moiraine shows up and then she leaves?
They might stick to the story where she doesn't go into Cairhien. Like, she doesn't want to go in Cairhien, so she might take him up to Cairhien and then leave.
Okay. But why? She just, like, disappeared. I forget. Oh,
She
goes to the tower.
No. I mean, like, what's her reason?
She leaves. She doesn't
like-
want to go into the city because there's going to be other people there.
Also,
No,
she's been
what's her
lying
reason
about
to
being
Rand?
a Cairhien
Right.
lady.
She just
And, like,
disappears, like, from the inn, right? Like, she's not there when he wakes up, and when they're at the inn right before they get to Cairhien, I think.
Yeah, she doesn't
Like, was
make
she
it
with
to the
him when he
city.
sees the Choden call?
Yes.
Or she is with him at that point?
She is with him, I think.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think
it's
she's-
I don't
just,
remember. Because then there's, like, those other
I don't remember
soldiers that
now.
they meet up with, right?
yeah,
yeah,
now I
she.
don't remember.
I think she
And then
tells
she
him, "I'll
leaves.
meet you there."
Yeah. I thought she left, like, or maybe she leaves him a letter or something.
Yeah,
And he
and
wakes
so he
up.
goes thinking
Yeah.
that he's going to run into her again.
Right. And he keeps looking for her, and nobody knows
Right.
who she is. Right.
Yeah, this is a tough one. I never thought about that, but this is all the same location. This is Rand. It looks like I'm assuming, is he waking up from a dream? Is that what it was? The dream is Ishi's in the dream. He wakes up.
Mhm.
This is
Yeah,
what
he's
happens. He
just
starts
channeling,
channeling. Maybe he lights the inn on fire. I have no idea. By accident.
Maybe when he's done with this, he's got some brands on his hands.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he punches something, and that's why his hands all sore.
Yeah, but it could, the top could be like sooty, and then I don't know why he's. Yeah, but Tom said too he could be like slamming his hands down to try to make the fire stop coming out. I don't know.
Yeah, that could be it.
But
yeah.
this probably happens before he meets Logain, though, because then he would be like,
Yes.
"I can't.
Oh, yeah.
I can't do this. This is like nuts. I have to control."
He's
it."
also not wearing the fancy coat.
Right.
In that one,
Oh,
he's
boy.
a little bit more tame in here. Yeah, I mean, is Min in the dream? Is that Rand having a dream with Min,
Right.
and then it turns into
Yes.
Ishamael?
And then it turns into Issue breaks into the dream.
You know,
And then he wakes up and he's had this happen to him already. He wakes up, this goes on, and then Moiraine walks in and he thinks he's still getting screwed around with because how would she find him in the foregate?
I'm starting to wonder really about Elaine and Rand. I don't know why I said Rand like that. Rand. Like, is that even going to happen?
Yes.
When and how?
I don't know exactly when, but Rafe has said explicitly, yes, it will happen. They will
All-
all be with him.
Oh, he said they would all. I know he said they would all be on the show. I didn't know if he
Yeah.
confirmed they would all be with him.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think he's being clear about that.
All right.
And it'll happen in between season 2 and season 3. The same way it basically, I mean, they won't have their first meet cute, but I think their relationship really starts after the Dragon Reborn. And, during the beginning of Shadow Rising.
So this is the shot you were talking about, Jen, right? This
Mhm.
is when Egwene says something to the effect like, "We're not just going to leave them," or
Yeah, this is an edited line because if you listen to it in the trailer, she's like, I gotta think of the exact line. If our friends are in trouble, why would I ever stay here? That's what she's saying.
yes.
And she says like, if our friends are in trouble, why would I ever? There's like an extra D noise in what she's saying, which
Oh,
makes
okay.
me think like this is an edited line that.
Well, it sounds to me like The Great Hunt, where Leandrin says, "Your friends need you. Come with
Right,
me."
yeah, no,
And
that-
this is
But
the
just
conversation.
the fact, like it's an edited shot. Like if you look, she
Like
is
she's
probably
not saying
talking to
that to
somebody else.
She's not saying that in
Not
this
saying
shot.
that to Elaine.
I don't.
Well,
think
this
that
isn't
that's
Elaine.
in that shot.
This
yeah.
is
Right.
not Elaine here.
But the next shot is Elaine, so it makes it look like she's talking to Elaine.
So if I jump
The
ahead some
trailer,
frames,
right.
But Elaine's hair is down, so that's
Right,
clearly
so-
not Elaine. But I mean, there could be
Right, but I
multiple
never
people
thought
in the
about
same.
it.
They could all be in the same room. Elaine could be there.
Right. Yeah.
This could be. You think it's Min? I think this could be Nynaeve.
It could. I don't know who it is. I know it was brought up, so I wanted to.
It's hard to tell. You really can't tell too much about who this is.
Well, I also say like this looks like it's night, or it's
Yeah.
a room where it's lit by flame,
Uh-huh.
and the reaction
Elaine
shots
shot.
of the date.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's still light out.
This could be like
And Elaine's all messed up.
after Elaine and Nynaeve are like trying to come up with a plan to save Egwene.
I'm trying.
This could also just
Like
It
she's
looks
really dirty. She's not dirty from like cleaning up. Her face is filthy. Her clothes are filthy. I feel like she wouldn't allow herself to remain that dirty if she was just like cleaning up.
So they're not in the White
In the
Tower.
tower.
You think this is maybe they're at
This could be a
Falm
farm,
in like
yeah.
an inn or something like that.
Yeah, right. She does not look happy.
And then I forgot about this shot. This is a great shot too. Where's Moiraine walking out into? I don't know. It looks like an apocalypse.
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I forgot about this shot. I didn't even have this in the list. But that's a cool one as well. Hold on, let me see if I got any. There's some other things too I wanted to.
Oh, you got to close up that poll.
Oh, I had a poll going up. I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
so I want to go to 159, Joe. If you don't mind.
Only half of you are voting in the polls. What's going on?
I'm ending
Come
the
on.
poll now.
Vote in the polls.
This was Ismin and Cairhien.
Okay.
63% say yes, 36% say no. It's pretty lopsided. So what does Min do? She travels with the Amarlin to Cairhien? Potentially?
I don't know. Or she looks for him because she knows that she has to be with him. I don't know how everybody figures out that he's in Cairhien. Or she like hears Swan talking about it or something. She finds out somehow. I don't know.
All right.
Well, she's supposed to be in the tower, right? Like
I don't know where she is or what she'll be doing in this season. I
maybe
think
I'm
that
thinking
she'll
of
be
the
in the
book.
tower.
yeah.
All right. I got some. Let's move on over a little bit to one of our
Let's have
favorite
that one.
characters,
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is fine.
Matt. All right. Matt is stabbing.
Sure is.
It looks like I pulled the promo shot that we received from the show. I think this was from the Entertainment Weekly article. Right, he's got this staff here. It looks like it's potentially the same staff, but we see a blade on the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you all agree that this is the same tool or weapon?
I can't
Yeah.
commit.
You can't commit.
No, I can't.
You don't think?
Would he be holding the blade up, right? So would it be that high away from him? Or would it be holding the blade down towards the ground?
I don't know.
Up. So would it be is it that tall where the blade, you can't even see it?
Yeah.
How tall is he? I don't know.
I don't know.
We also don't know if he has it on the ground. He could have it. He could be holding it up.
Yeah.
Like he could. The bottom of the
okay.
pole might be
That'd
off
be
the
weird.
ground.
That'd be weird though.
A
I know
Shenderai?
it's possibly just clever editing, but do you think that he is
I know what
setting
you're gonna
off
say.
an explosive right
Yeah,
now?
I
That's
don't
why
know.
he's stabbing so hard.
He's
No.
stabbing explosive?
He's like he's trying to get a spark going.
I don't know. I hope he's
There's
just
no
killing
matches.
someone.
There's nothing you need like flint and steel normally to start a fire.
I don't think
Because-
this is.
He is desperately cutting down, and then there's an explosion.
Where is this? It's like a castle.
This is
False. It's
this
the
is
wall.
no.
That's the wall.
This is Cairhien.
Geeky Ari just came out with an article like a day or two
Oh.
ago about locations, and she says this is Cairhien.
Ooh. So then this has nothing to do with Matt.
But they look like
Those
they're
are
Aiel
getting
here,
blown
right?
Away.
Where?
What?
These people look like they're Aiel.
They're
Where?
Aiel getting blown away.
Where?
I
This is an
don't
upshot.
know
So I don't.
how that
That on
works. I don't know how that works. Those are Aiel getting blown. Now it's also these could be two different explosions.
There's Aiel and
No,
Cairhien
look at this. There's
Oh,
two
maybe
round
this
towers.
is this is a flashback to the
They're all,
to the
they're all
to the
flashbacks.
war. Maybe there's a flashback to the war.
Oh,
Nailed it.
Aiel War. I like that. Let's
I don't
pull
know
the
whether
audience on that.
explosions in the Aiel War.
Sure,
have-
why not?
No.
We're gonna poll the audience. This is a good one.
That's the only way I can make that make sense.
Yeah, I don't know any other reason like Aiel would be exploded backwards. I mean, they could be in Cairhien. That doesn't make any. Yeah, it has. If they're in Cairhien, it has to be the Aiel War.
Yeah, I thought originally it was Falm too.
What's in the middle? Looks like a
I think
Dragon.
that's the door exploding. Those are fragments of the door.
So,
I don't know. This, I like that, Jen. I want it now. I want it to be. Now I want it to be that. Matt, how do you get in Falm, Matt? You're still a mystery.
we need more of Matt in this. If there's a second trailer, they better give us more.
second trailer is gonna be
Matt and
just
Perrin.
Matt and Min. And
Matt and Min,
Faith.
yeah.
Oh, that
So-
reminds me. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, continue. There's something I wanted to add here because we did get there was a press release that came with the teaser on their website, on their promotional website. Hold on, I want to read this here. If I can't pull it up, I think
Well, you're looking for it. I'll say that I know he's got a staff of some kind that looks like if you squint, there might be ravens on it. He's stabbing something with a long blade at the end of a staff.
Mhm.
And people are like, does he get the Ashandarai in this season? And I'm going to say no. I don't think that this is that. I think that if season 3 is the Shadow Rising, and that it's going to be the most faithful book to screen adaptation that we've seen so far,
Mhm.
or that's what it's intended to be. Most of Matt's storyline is him going to the Finns and getting the stuff that he gets, and like how that ripples through like whatever he does. I don't think you're going to give him his things. You might as well not have him in the season then, if he's got his magical items beforehand.
What if Matt goes through one in the tower, like he crawls through the hole in the wall and ends up in like a storeroom or something? He goes through it, he gets his stuff, and then like Rand never goes through. He just like reads it in a book or something that he had. Like, what does he find out? Just
or the
about
Amelin
Aiel?
takes it with her with Logain. I like the idea of
Drop
Matt
more
going.
things onto the.
I like the idea of Matt. That's something for Matt to do in this season. Like he goes through, and then you have that already out of the way for season 3. And
But he
then
has
can
to go in
through the
again,
Yeah,
right?
he can go in, and that's when he gets the Ashandarai. That's the
I
problem.
know, but what if he gets the Ashandarai? I say Ashandari.
Yeah.
What if he gets it in the first one and then
Well,
they kill him try to kill him with it? I don't know. And then like Moiraine could get her stuff in Roydian, like her information that she needs.
Moiraine does. Moraine's not. It's not super duper necessary that she goes through. I don't know what she gets out of that.
Well, she
I
finds
don't
out
recall
what she's
off my
supposed to do, what's going to happen, right?
Well, she finds out that in Roydian too. That
Oh, she
Roydian, I
does?
think, is when she finds out
Oh,
what's going to happen to the docks.
that's what I thought.
Yes.
Oh, then what does she do in the?
I don't remember what she asked, if it's ever expressly said, but Rand gets answers there that guide him throughout the series. You just don't know it, right?
Mhm.
That's when he finds out that the north and the east and the south and the west must be as one, and to die you must live again. And he gets a hint about how to cleanse Sidene too, I think. Although I don't know if you ever actually hear what the answer to that is.
No, I don't think. I think it's just implied that he makes reference to it.
He says, like, those are the 3 questions he asked are like, how do I win? How could I survive? And how do I cleanse Sidene?
Yeah. Just closing this
questions.
poll. Is this a flashback from the Ideal War? This was a tight one. 58% said yes. 41% said no. So
All
Jen,
right.
people like your theory, or at least the majority likes your theory. I like it. I like it too. It's my new theory. I'm going with it.
Oh, taking it.
I'm taking it back. Let's go to a little bit of Egwene channeling.
How badass is she? Jeez Louise.
This is her, I guess, throwing up some sort of weave of air to protect.
No hands?
I think she's got some hands going there. Let me see if I can pull up the video.
It looks like she spins it out pretty well.
Like it comes out of her chest, kind of. Or is that them channeling on her?
No, that's her channeling.
They're channeling all on her.
Tell.
They're channeling.
So we got
her.
Right, this is the...
Look at that. Look how close Elaine is to getting completely incinerated.
Yes.
Yep.
Like a foot.
Very close.
She's bobbing and weaving.
This was the Stitch in Time shot that we got.
Yeah.
And here we go.
So Elaine just books it.
I think
Egwene
this is
like...
Yeah, I think this
like,
happens first. I assume she blocks one first, and then that other one that we saw comes
This
next.
almost looks like it could be like maybe the collar is like all like power. It almost looks like it's going around her. Like, is it like coming out of her or going around her?
What do you
think?
So
I don't know. Like, are they doing something to capture her?
I'm sure Chad will correct me if I'm
coming
wrong
out
on
of-
here, but
No,
like,
this is her channeling, I think.
I don't know. She's not
when
moving her
people
hands.
see you channel, they see the weaves come out of you. When you watch yourself channel, it looks like the weaves are in front of you.
Yeah.
You don't see them come out of you, but everyone else does.
But I don't know. It's so different from even earlier in the season when she's practicing channeling. She's waving her hands all around.
No, see, that's the
So-
fire coming in. She's blocking the fire.
Yeah,
That's
it looks like she's pulling out a weave of
It's some sort of like air or
spirit.
something.
It looks
Yeah.
amazing. It's just
Yeah.
different than what we.
Let's just talk
seen.
about, take a minute to talk about the upped game of the weaving.
gosh.
Yeah.
So much
Dan
better.
was
than
like,
so
this
much
looks
better.
like a totally different show. They
Yeah,
filmed the
so
trailer.
much better. This is the fire coming in and she blocks it.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. And then I think we get the other part where then the Damane attack again, and we get this scene, and then they're like, "Oh, we gotta get the fuck out of here. we can't continue to do this. They're way too
You
much."
see Egwene in this picture though, because I don't.
She's
is she
there behind.
Okay.
Let me see if I could frame by
Behind the
frame it.
fire?
No, she's right next
She's
to.
under the fireball.
She's there. See,
Oh, right there.
Yeah.
So where's Nynaeve?
I think Nynaeve's
left.
gone or in another spot. Like they probably got split up.
It's so fast. I know.
Look at the like
I
the
love
braided,
the weaves on the Damani's arm. Oh my god, it looks so good.
Yeah, and look at the braided, the fire, the fire.
Yeah.
People kept saying lightning bolt, but it's clearly fire.
Yeah. I
It's
love
like
this.
you see the braid, the way it's
Oh.
braided.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, look back at the
Oh, this is
the other shot. Go backwards when the guys are walking. You said they're carrying are they carrying her right there, Surah? You can't
Oh
see
yeah,
her, but
yeah. Look, see, it looks like the palanquin
those
in the
two guys.
background here, right? There's people.
yeah.
Oh, I can't
It's
zoom in
definitely
because this
something-
isn't the screenshot, but
Uh,
yeah, there's people back there, and it looks like there could be something behind her, and it looks like that looks similar to that palanquin that we saw before.
well, not the really big one.
Is it a small? Is it her travel size
It's her
one?
travel one. Yeah. I'm telling you, it won't fit in the jungle. It's too big.
Well, I think
was
the
like,
Damani
here,
just blast down anything that's in the way.
the Damani here do have paint on their heads still.
Yeah, they don't have it
Really?
on their head as much though.
On their
It's not
hands?
as much, but that girl still has red paint
Oh,
over the
on her head, yeah.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
does have a little bit of red on her head. She's got a red head.
It's like a David Bowie
love
late
this.
1970s kind of vibe.
Yeah,
God, I love it.
yeah. So I think we all know what's going to happen here.
They all get
She's
away.
gonna get away and everything will be fine.
Yeah. It
Oh,
Right?
all ends well. Oh,
No. No, Egwene.
maybe it doesn't end well. Let's see. Let me check. Uh,
No.
I don't know.
Oh boy.
She doesn't look happy.
No.
Poor Egwene.
Somebody
Look
in
at this
chat said before
expression.
that it looks like she's cut around her mouth, like on top of her lip.
Yeah.
Maybe from that
It-
iron
wearing it?
muzzle. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh,
a good.
boy.
That's a good. Look at that. Look at her eyes. They're all
Oh, my
bloodshot.
God.
This is a great shot. This is Maddie's doing the
What's
lights
like
work.
on the collar? Is that like pictures or it's just like symbols? Like a.
Yeah, I don't know if that's. I'm sure it represents something.
Yeah.
They've been pretty good with stuff like that. I'm not sure though, but I mean this is crazy. And then we got this one. We've seen this shot already.
Oh, boy.
This is probably. I'm assuming this is like she's about to scream, probably shot, and then
right after she screamed.
It could be after she screams.
Oh, it could
too.
be
Yeah.
after she screams.
It's
Yeah,
so-
she's
man,
all
it's so
sweaty. Look,
brutal.
she's all sweaty. You can see the sweat.
Oh, boy.
Who wants a close up of some sweat from Madeline Madden?
Oh, yeah,
There we go.
sure.
Sweat stain.
Great.
Oh, this is going to be so awesome.
Ugh.
I'm so looking forward to this stuff. This is going to be great. Let's do. Oh wow,
Oh, very enthusiastic, Joe.
it's the saver. The saver. I did want to talk a little bit about Ishamael, and we got the Dark Friend social shot. I'm pulling that up right now.
Yeah, what the hell? What's the kid doing
Can-
What's
here?
the
What
little?
is
Can
this?
What is
I
a
just
little
say
girl?
something?
There's a little
Is
kid.
this a little girl or is this the actress that is small?
Oh, Rachel
Oh.
Denning. That's right.
Good call, Jen.
Jen's got all the good ones tonight.
But she's not in she's in like regular clothes. You know what I mean? So I don't know. She's not she's not hiding herself. I
That's
don't
right.
know.
There's the little person. Rachel Denning is in the show. This could be her.
Yeah. I don't know, but that just popped into my head. That when everyone was like, "What is the kid doing there?" I was like, "I don't know. Maybe
It's
not
just
a
a
kid.
little. It's just a little person, dark friend. Then
Could be, yeah.
there's no seat.
She's
For,
what do
But
they
why
call it,
isn't
Zamoras?
she-
Is that what?
No, there is a seat. I think there's an empty seat.
well,
right?
this big seat I think
There.
is a Ishamael seat.
Oh,
isn't
that's
it?
a big one.
It looks like it's bigger
don't
than the
know.
others. It's got a high back to it.
Well, zoom around. There's no more chairs.
Well, no, it's chair right here. But look at this chair right
Maybe
here.
she's like his servant or something.
Comes
Because she's
up.
not like covered up, so she doesn't care for it. Maybe he's like telling her to go get wine or something, and like,
Yes, that must be.
she's gonna
Oh,
go.
maybe she's a Zomara.
What is that?
Those are like those are the
Zumara?
servants that he has
Oh.
in the Dark Friend Social.
Okay, there you
Like
go.
the zombie.
Oh, they're like dead. The zombies. Yeah.
Oh
maybe.
yes.
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe like they're just like, let's get this a little bit more like David Lynchy and just have like a little person here in the dream world. It's gonna creep everybody out.
Another cool shot. I managed to get an action shot of Ishamael. What I call.
Is he breaking apart into ravens here?
No, I like to.
Little
I
tiny
like.
ravens.
I like to think he's flaking
so.
out.
Yeah. Somebody was like,
Stop.
Mr. What are they, Mr. Shaitan? I don't feel so good.
I don't feel so good. Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of, is that he's like
It's really super
he's getting
fast.
snapped away the gauntlet.
He looks
But, like,
happy
as
about it.
It looks like he's breaking into, I don't know.
It's like black
like-
moths or something.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like maybe he's breaking.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking of like a Stephen King, like The Stand thing. Like he just burst into like a flock of ravens or so, whatever. Like this is great. I don't know where I assume this is a dream,
Yeah.
but oh man, he's so awesome.
Yeah. I've got we can jump because there's a couple of more things I specifically want to make sure we hit. We've
Oh
got
boy.
All right,
here we go. We got to talk about
zoom
this
in right here
Where are we zooming into?
on Perrin's eyes.
Are they gold again?
They are gold.
Oh, that one you could see. All right.
There's
Yeah.
a shot for you.
Who's the
Yeah, he
person
is
in the
wolfing
background?
out.
You see the person crouched on the ground? Go all the way down.
Yeah, somebody
that?
hiding back there. I don't know, some woman. It looks like a woman.
Who?
I don't know, probably a
Ooh,
random
that-
woman.
That's Avienda.
Now, is this?
No,
No, she wouldn't be crouched over there.
Maybe she's
What's-
been.
Sorry.
she'd also have a Kaidensaur on.
What's like on his jacket or his like cloak on the arm? Is that something coming through, or is that just like a
No, I think it's
like
just
right
the
where his
pin.
armpit is? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's just the pin for his cloak or something like that.
All right.
Yeah, but I am saying this is post Elias death.
So
This
Jen,
doesn't look. What?
you said, right, we talked about this in another episode, and you brought up the possibility of Perrin just killing Jeffrey Bornhold.
This doesn't look like Jeff from Bornhold's hair to me, though. This almost looks like the guy with the nice, fluffy white hair from the shot in the desert. This doesn't.
Yes.
Jeff from Bornhold, didn't he have like slicked back hair, kind of? Like,
Yeah.
This doesn't look like his hair to me.
It looks
I don't know.
younger.
Yeah.
It looks like a younger person than that actor, but I don't know.
I don't know either. Like it could be, but he's definitely killing a white cloak. But I don't know if that's
Let's
Jeff.
ask the viewers.
And he still could be killing Jeff from. Just this might not be a photo of it.
He might kill many white
Yes.
cloaks this season.
He looks like he just swung something, but
Yeah.
it didn't
Like
look
an
like it
axe
hit
or a
him.
hammer.
But it looked like he missed him.
What do you mean it didn't look like it hit him? He's like hunched.
He's hitting that guy.
He's taking it, whatever it is. The blood didn't spurt yet, but it's in.
It looks like he's already come down, right? His motion is already
No,
He's
come
he's
making
down.
contact,
Cross.
about to make contact.
I think it's coming the other way. He's coming. He's
I thought
coming.
he went
Oh,
like
he's coming
this.
from up, like he's doing like an uppercut.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah, he's swinging in. He's hitting him. He's hitting the guy on the guy's right side, not on the guy's left side.
Yeah, you know what? I'm lefty,
what?
so I have
I thought
problems
he
with
was
this.
coming in
So
like
he'd be
a...
coming from
No,
this
he's coming the
side.
other way. This is on the upswing. He's already hit the guy in the midsection and is pulling up.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Hammer or axe, that's already in the guy's ribs.
I don't like it. I don't like Perrin killing Jeff from Bornhold.
I really don't like that. I don't like Dane being
Right?
right. Yes, you did murder my dad. Like, I'm totally justified for wanting to kill you.
When Matt Hatchett asked me this question when I was on the very end of the tail end of Trailer Guide, and I brought up, Jen, how you mentioned that this could be a possibility, and the only way I could justify it is like, because why does then Dane forgive him if he actually killed his father? I don't know if like the fact that Perrin killed his wife maybe changes anything. You know, they can go back to that trauma, and Dane forgives him for that. I have no idea.
I think Dane's like,
but
well,
I
you
also
murdered
killed my
somebody.
wife. I murdered
I didn't
so
realize
many
you had
other
a pattern
people.
of murder. That's cool.
Perrin is just going to murder people every season. Fairly innocent people. Not totally innocent people.
We don't know. Jeff from Bornhold is still a white cloak, so
He
we
is
don't
still a
know
white
what
cloak.
he could get up to.
He was just...
Jeff from Bornhold is
He's not like coming back from the store with like a container of milk and just comes around the corner. Perrin swings at him like
he's Matt Damon at the end. Okay.
at the end of
The
what?
Departed.
If-
At the end, this is a spoiler.
Oh, The
but whatever,
Departed?
it was like, the end of Departed, where he
Okay.
walks
That one came
in
out
with
like
the
10 years
groceries,
ago.
Yeah. Yes.
like 20 years ago.
wasn't
Like,
that long ago.
and Wahlberg's just standing there, and Matt Damon's just like,
Yeah. Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what to do. Just like,
Yeah. I guess you're
it's
right.
time.
Jeff from Bornhold would be found guilty at the Nuremberg trials, I'm sure. So, yeah, I mean, I want to say he just knocks him out. That's
Well,
it.
not this guy. This guy's
This
not
guy,
getting
this
knocked
guy,
out. Whoever this guy
guy's done.
is.
This guy's done
This
for.
this guy's in the. This guy
It's a
falls
flesh
into
wound.
the Uno pile of probably not making it through this season.
Let's get some more votes out there. Does Perrin kill Jeff from Bornhold? I don't want to close this yet. We only have the
Come
people
on,
to
half
vote
of
it.
you didn't even vote yet.
It's at a
Maybe
50-50.
Perrin's pulling something out of the guy. Think about that. Maybe try to help him.
So angrily.
He's like,
He's angrily removing a spear
He's
from
like,
him.
you're not gonna die on me.
You're not letting me save you.
Oh man, I'm so many questions. I feel like they put these shots in here just to drive us nuts. And
Yeah.
What else?
Can you go over, because I don't know what the heck is going on here. I have some ideas, but I'm not 100%. Can you go over to 159 in the trailer?
okay,
Minute 59.
I'm gonna switch over to the.
Well, I want 156. So
Wow.
All right, hold on. Wait,
Go
159.
back.
Oh, okay. Oh, I know what you're talking about. All right. I
Yes.
was gonna go to more White Cloak stuff, but let's go to this one. God, what the hell did I have this one labeled as? This
Flaming sword.
Oh, you know what, Tom? 100% right.
I don't know. That's what I labeled it in the thing.
Yeah. All right. So this is the shot. The reason I took this shot was because I thought this was the best shot of the face of the person with the flaming sword. But if you want to see the actual scene, right? This is the scene here.
So the sword goes through the Murdral's back and then out.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Yes.
I think I
He
have
like
an
stabs
idea
him like
of
it's a
who it is.
lightsaber.
So
I have
hold
an
on a
idea
sec.
who he
We're
is.
getting sorry, it's right after this. There we go. This is a Murdral with a sword
Ouch.
coming out of its gut.
Yeah.
A flaming sword. And
I
then
think.
that's a
Tom,
that's a
do you have an
great
idea?
that's a
before
great
I-
shot. I want
You
well,
go.
did you see that? Those are weaves. See the
What,
weaves coming across?
They're very
Yeah.
light.
Yeah, but those
Could
are
be
weaves.
weaves or could be.
So I think the
just
weaves are on the
sparks.
sword, making the sword flame.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is what a power wrought blade is going to look like on the show.
Look, it's coming. There are weaves coming out of his ass right now. Look at the guy's ass,
Okay.
and look here they come around, and look they're formed. Those are weaves, and it's the same sparks that you see Rand when Rand's doing his fire.
So you think this is a
and the
power
Damane.
wrought sword? You think this is a power wrought sword? That's what you're saying?
I don't know what the hell's going on. That's the only explanation I can think of.
This is a sword of fire like Rand uses later on.
Like, is this who is this guy? He kind of looks
This-
funky.
I'm gonna tell you who he is.
Go ahead, Jen.
So, I think he's like Adelaus Van Dien character's warder, and I think this is the guy that said he was in a very famous scene riding horses at night.
Oh, Stuart Kenneth Moore.
I think that's who this is.
Stuart Kenneth Moore
No
might
idea
have
if
been.
he, like,
Stuart Kenneth Moore might be the Murdral.
either one. Okay, but so I have two different ideas. I think it's that guy, but if not that guy, I definitely think it's their warder and they're fighting Murdral. Like,
Well,
out near
let's
their
talk
house.
about. Look, he's got a puffy shirt on.
He looks like a pirate.
Yeah, this guy's a pirate. He's
Big
got a
old dog.
ponytail, but he has kind of
He's like an old warder.
Is he an Ogier? People were saying it could be an Ogier. I heard Elder
I
Hammond.
think it's just the lighting in the guy's head. Let me see. What does Stuart Kenneth Moore look like? Let's see.
So you think this is a warder with a power wrought blade? But
Yeah.
Lan has a power wrought blade, and we never saw that happen in the first season.
No.
This guy.
So you think this is
be
what I'm
him.
hearing from you is you think there's weaves involved here.
Yeah, hold on. I want to close this poll and then start a new one. We actually got, all right, so does Perrin kill Jeffrey Bornhold? We've got, it's a very tight poll, but 51% say no. Very close. Very close. I'm going to start a new one. I'm going to ask if this is a power wrought sword. So,
What if-
go ahead.
She's channeling on the sword from like afar. Like she's off to the side channeling on it. And that's where the
Right.
weaves are coming from. But I definitely think this could be Stuart Kenneth Moore. I just looked at pictures of it.
Yeah, it could be him.
Possible.
All right, so I'm going to put, is it a power wrought sword or someone channeling? And I'll make it easy so everybody can.
And I think that
Figure it
Haley
out.
Mills is playing this character, the female, whose warder this is.
So you think this is the Adelius and Van Dien type scene where they get attacked by, I think, of the Drakkar. So that means we're not getting Drakkar.
I
No,
don't
we're
if
not
that's
getting
the scene.
Drakkar.
And this is their warder. It does look like an older gentleman. I mean,
Yeah.
he's wearing very dated clothing. So
What's his name? in
I
the book?
also think
Anybody
this is the
remember?
person from the first like the first footage that Rafe said no one has come close to guessing who it is.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
his hair?
That's this guy.
oh,
The one from the back. You see the gray hair?
Yeah.
yeah. Interesting though. This is mysterious. I like your theory, Jen, because we do see Moiraine run. Like we do have those shots of the riding Moiraine's riding the horse at night, looking like she's being chased. We have those
Yeah.
other scenes, right, of the cloaked figure
Maybe-
from the BTS footage and Moiraine's horse getting upended.
Maybe this is how they arrive. They're going to that house and it's the night, and then the Murdral come, and then her warder comes out and like helps them fight off the Murdral,
Yeah.
and then they go to the house like the next morning or
I
whatever.
like it. I
And
like
he's
it.
walking through the garden to show them where the house is.
I dig it. I think this could be it. This is so cool though. Look at that shot.
Yeah.
Look at that Murdral with the sword
Who's
flaming.
is that? The Murdral's arm, like reaching up.
No. Oh,
That's
that's a
the
good question.
So
guy's
that's the
arm.
guy with his arm over the Murdral.
No,
Like,
I think this is the
poking
Murdral.
his arm
the Murdral
and stabbing
going
it
like
through
this.
the other arm.
I don't know. I can't tell.
I think the guy's arm is.
No, I think that's the Murdral's arm because the other
The
arm
guy
is
has
on
a
his
pirate
back.
Yes.
The other arm's on his back. That's the Murdral putting his
Yeah.
arm up.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing what happens is when he sticks the sword into the Murdral, it lights on fire because it touched the Shadow Spawn.
Yeah, that's my
And
guess.
then possibly when he
Okay.
pulls it out, it goes out. Sorry.
Okay.
All right. I think we've touched on everything that I wanted to talk about. I think, but go ahead
I
if I
just
missed
want you to
anything.
play one more shot because I love it.
Go ahead.
Can you just play
no.
like
I missed something.
What?
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I missed something. We got one more.
Turok? Like
Yes!
comparing, it's like 156.
I have.
Like I know that it's not going to be like this on the show with these like quick. There's like 4 quick cuts, but it's so cool in the trailer.
All right. So I've got a couple of Turok shots here.
It's like no, I want you to play the scene.
Oh, you want to play the
it?
video?
156 around something around there.
Okay, hold on a sec. Well, here's the shot. Is this what you're talking about? The shot?
Yeah, well, there's like it's like sword coming out, and then Turok makes 2 moves, and then they put the spears down. It's just like a really cool segment.
Okay, I'm gonna pull up the video. Oh, because I did want to pause it on something here too. So,
Okay.
here we go. That's the sequence you're talking about, right?
Yep.
So I did want to bring up something here. All right. Heronmark Blade. Has anyone translated this old tongue script? It looks like that's on the blade potentially.
I have heard people try and get it. It's not complete, but they think it might say Blade Master. Basically, like Master of Blades.
That's so bad. Blade Master.
Might say Master of Blades,
Master of Blades.
but
All right.
it's not a complete translation. What I had seen, like they didn't have all the thing, but they thought that's what it
Yeah.
said.
I'm gonna close this poll. Is this a power weapon or someone channeling? Let's close it now. It looks like let's see, where's the final numbers? It's not popping up for me, sorry.
I feel like I'm
it didn't
a million
end.
places right now.
Sorry, it didn't end. 51% say channeling, 48% say it's this power wrought sword. Oh no, we lost Jen.
Those we lost Jen.
Oh yeah, look at that. Huh, that's interesting. Where did Jen go? Probably some issues with her.
Yeah. Well.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to wait for her to come back. So I got
Make
this.
it so that my head and my
I can't right now, unfortunately. Well, let me see. Hold on a sec. Give me a second here. Let's see if that works.
I hope just for people who are listening to this podcast, we release it like for them to try and figure out what the heck I was just talking about. Whatever. We've got this YouTube live stream set up, and Joe's got it preset with 3 windows for Jen and Joe and I. Jen dropped out, and I was just kind of, I don't know, like a fractured prismatic thing in 2 windows at the same time. It was really weird.
There we go. You still got the what's it called over you though, the logo over you. Sorry about that. So yeah, this is Turok, and then we've got Turok right after he opened. What is Turok? Are these antlers around him? What is going on here? Is this like the rib cage of some sort of Seanchan beast?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's antlers. I think like I think if he were to stand up, like the chest plate under his head would look like a skull, and like the antlers of the beast would go out above him. Like those are like eye holes. You see, like at the bottom, like right under his head.
And he's got an earpiece in here, and he's got a whole messed up head. Is that like?
Yeah, I don't know if that's like an earpiece. Like I don't know if that's like what that is.
Jewelry. I
guess it's jewelry. The head scarring is amazing.
Yeah, that's body art right in there. That's like carved into his head. That's an interesting patterns going on there. That's not by accident.
No, that's intentional. And I wonder if you're going to see more Seanchan with things like that.
The Seanchan are going to be so awesome. I mean, I don't know, man. The Seanchan was, I think, is far and away won this trailer. There's so much awesome stuff going on with the Seanchan.
Yeah, I think they're. I think that they're one of the key pieces of this series as a whole that separate it from other series, like in the same way the Aes Sedai do, and they focused a lot on that in season 1. Like you don't see stuff like this. I don't really feel like you don't see things like this in
this looks like
in other shows.
This looks like welcome back, Jen. This is like Stargate type shit going on here.
Yeah, it's like it is. It's like it brings like this whole additional. I mean, that's what they do in the series too. It's like you think you know what the series is, and then the second book, this like chaotic element comes in and upsets everything, and stays that way as this kind of chaotic element that you don't know where they're going to fall. The whole series, you know. I still can't believe he's going to sword fight with those nails, though.
That's not the regular nails, right? That's like part of the glove, the gauntlet he's wearing.
I have no idea.
Is there a scene in the trailer? I could not tell, and I watched it a bunch of times, where the nails extend out.
I watched that like 4 times. It's just the sound effect.
Like,
she goes like this.
She flips her fingernails.
The sound effect makes it sound like they're like coming out. I watched it like 4 times.
It sounds like they are, but it looks like they're not. I couldn't tell whether like what I was seeing.
Now,
before I was rudely interrupted by my Wi-Fi cutting out, I was saying the sound in this trailer is so good. I don't know if any just like the door opening for the accepted test, like there's so many good like sound moments in the trailer that really like this part that I was talking about with the 4 like quick movements, the spears coming down. It's just awesome.
Yeah, this is a shot of his nails. I mean, they don't look like real fingernails. I mean, they might supposed to be real fingernails, but they obviously can't do that, so they may put on some sort of finger extension things. But
you want to be on this show? Stop trimming.
Yeah. I think they're wearing fake nails in the show. Because if this is like a different,
that's their real nails.
Like in the show, like the character,
the lore,
the character is wearing fake nails.
Yeah, because like this could be like his battle nails. You know what I mean? They're on the gauntlet. You know what I mean? But then if he has real nails, if he had real nails, he would have been able to wear that. You know what I mean?
Bring me my battle nails.
Whatever.
Now I'm picturing
on my back.
Now I want to see a scene like we got in season 1 with Amalisa and Agamar with the battle armor, with him having a conversation about his battle nails. Your father wore these battle nails.
Yeah. Well, that's not a good conversation to have. Yeah, he never felt.
Turok probably murdered his father to take his place.
He probably did. Battle nails. Hashtag battle nails. Let's get that one trending. One more thing, at least, that I wanted to bring up that we totally skipped over, and forgive me for this, but we couldn't go through this without getting a little IL action. We got look at Avienda using a white cloak as a
pommel horse.
Yeah.
To then drop kick other white cloaks. I mean, is that Dane there? Is that Dane who we see? She's about to
Dane have a silver? What does that mean?
Oh, yeah, he's got like a steel. I think that was the lower ranking one.
Eamon Valda has that too, right?
Was he silver? I thought he was gold.
Yeah, and I think Jeffrem had gold and he had silver.
Okay.
If I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, I don't remember. They also changed it a little bit too, right? They weren't as distinguished in the first season as it looks like it's going to be in the second season. But yeah, this is some Avienda badassery, right? This is, we think, right? This is where Perrin potentially saves Avienda. And kills White Cloaks.
She doesn't really look like she needs saving right now.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of them, though.
True.
Maybe he lets her out. He saves her from her capture, and then she kills everybody.
Oh, yeah. That could be. She could be captured.
This is not the same scene where he's stabbing that other White Cloak. That was inside, right?
Yeah, that's different, I think. I think that's in Falma. Falma. All right. We've been talking for about 2 hours.
Yeah, I do want to say you don't have to show it, but this I think this leads directly into Lan like doing a spinning scissor kick to a Fade's face, which is also awesome. And it does look like he's going to be doing a lot more physical combat in the season too, which I'm very excited.
Lan drop kicking a Fade. Yeah. There we go.
It looks like a black screen, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of dark. But But now this could all be that same with the same shot as the guy fight with the flaming sword. This could be the same battle.
Yeah.
There could be a bunch of fades that come and attack them, and it's Lan and the other water fighting.
Yep.
I like it.
Pretty badass there. All right. Any last? Go ahead, Tom. Sorry.
No, it's fresh.
No, I was just going to ask, is there anything else that we missed that you guys wanted to talk about in the trailer?
I mean, I could literally talk about every single thing.
I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we got everything that I wanted to yeah, I think that we got everything that I wanted to hit.
All right.
On.
Yeah, I'm good.
Let's wrap it up then. I think 2 hours is a good amount of time to talk about a trailer that lasted 2 minutes.
Why not? We could go longer, but we don't. We could.
To. I am literally trying to not.
I know. I have like one more, and I'm like, it's okay. It's fine. We can
let it go, John. Let it go.
Let it go.
I will ask one question before we go. I did ask you earlier on what surprised you most in the trailer. I'm going to say, is there anything that you saw change your mind about what you think will happen in season 2?
Probably the same answer. Logain.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like doesn't really change my mind about like where Rand will be, but what he's never expected to see Logain and Rand sitting together and like.
Yeah, and
wowing about the power.
I had forgotten that. I think Ikari Watt series had talked about Alvaro Morte potentially filming for season 2, like a very short scene. I guess one scene maybe. So we've forgotten all about that.
I knew he was in it. I figured he'd just be in the tower and like the girls would see him and be like he'd be visible.
Yeah.
I didn't picture this. I would say a lot of stuff really changed what I thought was going to happen. I did not think that you were going to get a version of what happens at the beginning of the Great Hunt, like the Dragon Reborn chapter, where like that. But also the thing that really surprised me, like I didn't think Mat and the dagger were going to be an inciting element of this season, and it looks like that it might be.
I mean, that could be the impetus for Mat to go chasing after everybody. Is because he's following the dagger. I don't know if that's still going to be there. Or
maybe it's a thing where it's like follow the dagger or go rescue everybody.
Oh, yeah.
But what, like, Padan Fain has the dagger, but does he go back to Tar Valon and then, like, when is Mat sitting in front of it? Is that in Tar Valon? Is that later? Like,
oh, that's right. It wouldn't make sense.
Why would he, like, put it on how does he get it?
Oh, you're right.
Unless that's, like...
Yeah, nothing I said makes sense
later on where he gets it back from him and then he's sitting in front, or that could be a dream too.
I don't think that's a dream. So the whole thought then that Liandrin is the flashback of Liandrin giving the dagger to Fain. That doesn't make any sense because,
right?
Because then how does she have it for the Mat scene?
Well,
Mat wasn't captured at that time.
Or does Fain have it? Like, where? Like, what is it?
Where is Fain?
Like, where is Fain?
Yeah, like is Fain even going? Is Fain even going to Falma, or is Ishi calling Rand to Falma? Because he's the one that's taking the Fain place. So maybe Fain is in a Mat storyline and isn't even involved with Rand.
Yeah.
Honestly, Padan Fain didn't do anything with Rand at all in the first season. So there's no connection between those two characters. There's only a connection between Fain and Mat. It should have been. I mean, it speaks to Perrin, but that was like a rewrite.
Yeah.
So it could be that he goes back to Tar Valon and something happens with them, and maybe Mat is chasing Padan Fain to Tar Valon, and Rand is following Ishamael to Tar Valon.
Oh, to Fall.
Yeah, that's right. I meant Fall.
Okay. We'll have to talk about it when we do our episode breakdowns.
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up here then. Jen, do we have any new patrons to thank?
We do. We have one new patron joining our Illuminators Guild. We have Megan Pryor.
Oh, thank you, Megan.
Thank you, Megan.
We love you.
Thank you, Megan.
Yes. Thank you for your support. And to all of our patrons, thank you so much for your support throughout the years.
Yeah. We got to...
What was the bad thing I called our patrons that you said?
You called them the oldies?
The oldies.
You were calling some patrons oldies?
No.
Then I think you switched to seniors, which also
classics. How about the classics?
Classic. our classic
Everyone,
patrons.
all of our patrons, we love you.
Yes, we met Megan. We talked to Megan a lot at WotCon, and her sister Jen.
Yes.
Thank you so much to Megan and all our patrons. I want to remind everyone to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Join us over in Discord to continue the conversation there. We also post episodes to YouTube, which you already know that because this is YouTube. So be sure to like and subscribe to our channel because we do post our regular episodes here. Rate and review us wherever you listen to podcasts, and check out our merchandise and Patreon pages. Links to all the aforementioned information are included in the show notes to this episode. You can see all the links down below in the description as well. Final thoughts before we wrap it up, Tom?
September 1st is really goddamn close.
Oh, yeah. We're at 40 days or so, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Pretty damn close. Oh, before I forgot to read this. I pulled it up before the press release. I'm sorry. I want to say this, Jen, before you get to,
Okay.
before you get to talk anything about anything else. Just, I'm sorry. I'm reading it while I'm trying to talk. Say something else while reading something. All right. So the trailer's release also heralds the return of What Wednesdays, which will see weekly Season 2 assets and news break every Wednesday moving forward through the new season's September 1st launch and beyond.
Wow.
So What Wednesday is back, everyone. We've got some What Wednesday going leading up to and including during the season, it sounds like, which is going to be really cool. So we're going to have a lot of stuff to talk about over the next few weeks, which is awesome. So thank you, Tweeter Chaos and Prime Video, for all of that. Jen, your last thoughts now.
I just love the trailer. I'm still watching it pretty much every day, and I can't wait now to Wednesday to get a little bit more content.
I agree with you, Jen. So I will say this. Thanks, everyone, for listening and watching, and you'll hear us and see us next time.